to what may be the final of Disco Elysium. I changed a few bits of clothes, and when I put on the hat, this appeared. So I guess this is something now.
This hat is so soft, so warm. It wraps around your head, and your mind tingles with all manner of socio-economic theory.
Ah, because it's a communist hat. Well, you know, it's just that Siberian kind of winter hat. I've got one, in fact. They are, in fact, very comfortable. I'm not communist, though, I should point out. This is an Ushanka, right? Is that what it's called? I always just considered it as... honestly, I always called it a Russian hat, despite getting it in Finland, but there we are. Oops, it's a fashion faux pas. Discard the thought and the hat. Pat the hat.
Kraz Mazov would have worn this Yushenka. Mazov knew where to cook those thoughts. That's why it bears a Mazovian logo.
Makes sense.
Glory to the revolution, comrade. Whether you like it or not, wearing this hat has made you more communist.
I was prepared for such an eventuality, yes. It has, in fact. It's brought our communism right up to 20. It's a shame. I really wanted to get all three of them equal, but communism has just run away from fascism and ultra-liberal and moralist, although we weren't really trying with that one. Yeah, I guess it's just much easier to be a communist than a fascist or an ultra-liberal. So, yeah. Anyway, if you thought last episode was I was straining under the heaviness, or straining to still come up with jokes under the quite heavy subject matter, it turns out, in this rather tortured analogy segue, my keyboard was also straining under a certain pressure and has broke in the interim, so now I am back to using Backup Bill, the clicky clacky old dusty shacky thing from 2009. So I mean, this isn't a really typey game, you know. But apparently Jay does that. Okay. It's not a huge typey game, but I'm just curious about keyboard noise. Anyway, enough about all this background bollocks. Let's go through the magic door. Walk slow, it might be dangerous. Fuck you, I do what I want. But yeah, so I'll need to get a new keyboard at some point. Not sure what to do with that. Well, it's raining, we know that much. Had to load the rain. Kuno, what do you make of all this?
Talk to Kuno?
I can't. Unless it's about speed. Speed! I almost forgot. We should do a great many drugs before tackling this. Why? Because I don't remember what exactly is needed to tackle this. I just know that this is a thing. So we'll give it a go and then we'll just fucking see what happens. Mixing alcohol and speed, can't see any reason why that wouldn't produce exclusively benefits. And let's smoke while we're at it. Wonder if we can stack all four, actually, while we're at it. Might as fucking well. You only live once. And for a very short amount of time on this playthrough, apparently. Probably just get keel over and die now, but okay. We're drugged up to our eyeballs and carrying 2 loaded pistols. This can only go well. Having said that, I will just save. Right, Kuna, let's fucking... Small white flowers blossom all around you. Beautiful. A rubber dinghy is deflated, broken. That's the worst kind of broken. Oh, hello again, J-Tux. My VTC keyboard is 15 plus years and running smoothly. VTC. Okay, noted. I'll have a look for that. My old one did pretty well, to be fair. I think it was a good 3 or 4 years there. But, ah. Hello there.
An old man wearing tracksuit trousers leans on the frame stock of his rifle. He gathers a big ball of spit in his mouth, then spits it out into the extinguished fire before him. He raises his black eyes, hooded by creased eyelids, to meet yours. Unclouded by cataracts, his eyesight is sharp.
Are you the fire guy?
The what now? I can't hear you.
Did you recently tell 2 kids to put out their fire? 2 twins.
I may have. All sorts of little rats have come sniffing around, trying to give up the position.
Your voice is not what I expected it to be.
The position sounds like a hiding place.
Fire guy. Regressive bourgeoisie henchman. Can't even talk like a grown-up.
You've retained your eyesight.
My eyesight? Yes. Helps me see all the shit.
A shudder of disgust passes his left side. His right side remains motionless.
No, you got that the wrong way around. Shudder of disgust passes his right side, his left side remains motionless. I'm not sure it really matters, but there we are. Did you close the blast door?
I did. And you opened it. How?
I fueled the generator, then used the console. It was fun, and then I had a death dream.
I should have burned that console down.
How did you know I was coming?
Reactionary rock and roll music. Playing on the water.
Oh.
I told you not to play shitty rock.
It wasn't shitty rock, Kuno. It was fucking... It was good. You didn't say that, Kuno. You weren't even on the boat. It was not rock and roll. It was sad FM. It was not reactionary. It was cool. Say nothing. Yeah, Kuno, you weren't even on the boat.
Fucking old man. Couldn't keep his rock in.
Rock's not meant to be kept in. Rock dies in darkness. What am I talking about? It was sad FM.
Sad FM, huh? I always hated that station. Phlegmatic, counter-revolutionary dirges. Sadness is a mental illness. A weapon of the bourgeoisie.
Can't say I've ever seen it weaponized, but sure.
The fascists were right about rock and roll. It is degenerate. Hip gyrating, mental illness music.
What do you got against hips? Oh, actually, you're about 90. You're probably quite bitter about hips. Nice gun you got there.
It's not nice. It's a piece of shit. But it gets the job done.
Is that a Bell McGrave?
It's a 3-Angong 446.
Whoa! Massive gun!
Thanks, Kuno.
It was sent to us by our brothers in the Signal commune. Military aid.
He pats the rifle.
It has stayed true to him. He can still make it sing.
That?
You heard me. It's good now. Like chalk, white from the board.
Your weapon has stayed true to you. Mine has stayed true to me too. Show him the gun in your hand. Either hand.
Yes, I bet you've killed a lot of people with it. You fascist fuck.
No. We just went over that. I'm closer to communism. Despite my best efforts to get them all level. We're more communist than
Have
anything.
you come to make me one of them?
One of who? What, a fascist? I don't think I've got time. Where would I even begin? I just ran out of alcohol, so that wouldn't help.
His left eye twitches. With what?
Right eye.
Fear? Rage?
How do they keep making this mistake? At this point, it's like... Even if it was 50-50, you wouldn't think it would be getting it wrong this much. Oh well, it doesn't actually probably really matter.
Fuck yeah, this is happening.
He comments breathlessly, in awe of the potential violence implied.
He's high off the fear.
And I'm just high.
Like an untrained fighter, he leans forward, back hunched, ready to spring.
Sorry for disturbing you, goodbye. Just leave it there. I'm with the police. You can keep the gun, but keep it down. Not one move. Sir, I need you to put down that gun so we can talk further. We're with the police. Yes, we are, both of us.
You are a glorified night watchman. This is a service rifle. I can only lay it down before an enemy commander of corresponding rank.
His elbows rest on the frame stock, calmly for now. But he may still get it in his hands. Looks like he knows the weapon. You don't see a magazine in the well. Yell at him now, loud.
Put the weapon down now. You don't even have a magazine. I am an enemy commander of rank. Put it down. Okay, but keep the gun down while we talk. Fuck it, we'll give it a go. This might be about to end in a very early game over. Yell at the gunman.
The words, I am an enemy commander, sound cold as iron from your lungs. The old man still hugs his gun.
And what rank would that be, dog?
Top dog. Fucko. No, that's not an option. I wish it was. Lieutenant, Lieutenant Euphrator, Lieutenant Double Euphrator. I mean, that's what we actually are, isn't it? I think Kim said. Fuck it, go with that then.
A big wheel of the 4th Regiment of the Pederast Army. To hell with it. It's a walking stick anyway.
Oh, why does it look like a gun then?
It's out of bullets.
The old man lays the rifle down carelessly, then stares at it just lying there.
Like an amputated limb in the sand.
Pick up the gun lying in the sand. Who are you? What have you been using this gun for? That's it for now, old man. Stay put. What? Yeah, best pick it up, I guess.
His gaze follows your motions. The rifle feels surprisingly light in your hand. Frame stocked and patched in places with tape and wire.
Yeah, he can do wonders with gaffer tape.
Still warm from his parched hands. Not the metal. The metal is ice cold. This weapon has been modified several times.
Inspect it closer.
The rifle's in a shabby state, like a crutch that's seen too much travel. Hieroglyphs are embossed into the forearm, made of walnut. On the butt, you see Vespertine writing, burnt into the wood. Triangong, 4.46mm, made in Sinyao.
It's as he said. It's a Triangong made in Sinyao.
This guy smoked a lot of people with this, huh?
Possibly.
No response from the old man. The plastic cape around his shoulders rustles in a small bout of wind.
It uses jacketed ammunition.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that lines up. The rifle's been patched and modified several times.
Looks like old shit.
The old man does not answer. He just stares in front of him.
Alright, well that's all to do with the gun.
The old man keeps following your motion with his gaze. His right arm twitches suddenly. Some kind of involuntary response? Something is slightly off with his motorics. This looked very much like the murder weapon. It can be used against him to get a confession. In time.
Okay, who are you?
My name is Josef Lilianovich Dross, political commissar of the 114th Anti-Aircraft Division of the 4th Army of the Commune of Revachol. I am a deserter, a partisan, and a prisoner of war. This is my termless surrender.
His eyes turn to the reeds again, dead and dull.
Wait. Like the fucking ancient army.
You're a holdover from the ICM, the Insulindian Citizens Militia.
Yes, recruited from Jamrock in 07. Trained in the École de Contrôle Ariane. Consigned to emergency defense duties in 08. I left my unit on the eve of the landing. When I returned here on May 14th, the commune had fallen. Still armed and ideologically trained, I wrote a criticism of myself and resumed partisan duties.
51 minus 8 equals 43.
Thank you, Logic. Yeah, I probably couldn't have put that together, as basic as it is. You've been on this island for 43 years.
No.
Oh,
I've been on other islands, too.
okay.
I was in Resurrection until they turned it into a spa in 18. Then I was on E48, a nameless sound, until the sea washed over it. Then I came back here. That was 22 years ago.
So you've been hiding here for 43... Well, no, he just said he hasn't. You said you deserted your unit. What is this place, this island? How have you survived all this time? How have you concealed yourself all this time? Yeah, what was the termless surrender?
You're with the RCM, the coalition-appointed mob that enforces bourgeois morals in Revachol. A so-called Lieutenant W. Freighter.
I'm not coalition appointed, I just tried to help people. That's right, I'm with the good guys. Very naive. We enforce the law, we keep these animals from killing each other. I know what it looks like, but I have secret plans to turn the RCM into a Mazovian revolutionary unit. I'm with the RCM, let's leave it at that. Would he... he's not going to believe this, but it's funny.
Rock and roll posturing. You're the RCM. You represent the Moralist International, the enemies of humanity who took this city. I represent their adversary, le Parti Communiste Insolente. Take me to them as a prisoner of war. I have relinquished my weapon. I can no longer serve. No superiors can relieve me of my duty. You bulldoze them all to a mass grave for trying to free humanity.
A spray of blood from his mouth on the black charcoal in the fire pit.
Oh shit.
Rene, the royalist on the coast, said,
What did he say? I'm more worried about the blood on the hand. That's fictional shorthand for someone about to die. Okay, we better hurry this up. You never signed the Revacholian Instrument of Surrender.
Liberal reactionaries signed that instrument. Traitors. who should have been burned alive. I answer to the Communist Party.
Do they answer back? Is that why you've been here for 43 years, because the party didn't surrender?
He just wipes the blood from his chin.
Honourable. That's insane. Understood. Have a great day. Bit mental.
You're insane.
Yeah, but we're
Radio
not talking
shows,
about me.
Speed racing, sporting goods. None of it is real.
Alright. You said you deserted your unit.
I was just 16 years old. 15 when I volunteered. I had a lapse of faith. And of courage, too.
Go on.
You could say I misunderstood the historic role of the proletariat and thought Mazovian socioeconomics were fallible. For a second, I doubted the irreducible laws of historic materialism.
Oh, well, you know, we all have days like that.
A second is all it took
For what?
for reaction to take hold.
What's reaction?
Petty bourgeois terror. It's in all men.
It wasn't reaction, you were just afraid. Yes, we all have a tiny bourgeois person in us trying to run away. I understand, communists are natural cowards, quantity over quality. And when was this exactly? Yes, we all have a tiny person in us. A tiny little communist. No, the opposite. That one.
He does not seemingly react to what you said. Only his right brow moves a little.
Oh, you're no fun. You don't respond to any of my weird, insane ramblings.
He does not believe a police officer is genuinely revolutionary.
Well, that too. When was this exactly?
May the 13th, 08, 44 years ago. The horizon was black with coalition airships. Their petroleum rose to the sky, and it looked like it formed the clouds, storm clouds. When they started shelling, it was dark magic.
Ooh, dark magic.
The combined might of international capital. All at once, all the greed and terror in the world tore into Revachol. It lifted streets from the ground and turned houses into ghosts. We were in the flak tower. Huddled on the floor. The artillery was 80 kilometers away in Ozon, but I knew the commune would fall. We would all be turned into ash. So I said I was going to the map room.
He looks east.
A terrible shame still within him. The lobes of his ears are red with it. The shame and smallness of what he became.
You didn't go to the map room.
No. I climbed the chain link across the water and hid inland, in the bunkers there, like the weakest of the weak. A mouse, frightened at the ordnance all night, and the sound of the rotors in the morning, whirring.
He looks at the sky, so that's how you pronounce that. Make that sound. What was that?
Airships. I climbed out into hell. The landing was complete. The chain was submerged. I had to swim back. The fortress was half submerged too, shattered. They'd all drowned in the lower levels, or got torn to shreds above. The anti-aircraft gun had malfunctioned. So had I. I left them without ideological direction. It was real. I'd seen it. I'd seen it in reality.
Some kind of great terror. Worse than you've ever seen.
Seen what?
The mask of humanity fall from capital. It has to take it off to kill everyone, everything you love. All the hope and tenderness in the world. It has to take it off just for 1 second to do the deed. And then you see it, as it strangles and beats your friends to death. The sweetest, most courageous people in the world. You see the fear and power in its eyes. Then you know.
What?
That the bourgeois are not human.
You've lost your mind. I've always suspected the same. That's definitely enough now. Yeah, just let him finish, actually.
I had to. I had to fight it. I had to never stop.
The old man falls silent. His black eyes keep piercing your skin as he looks to some great distance behind you, shaking his head slowly, retreating from it. What is this place, this island?
It's not an island, Dwat.
Excuse me, don't
It's a
call me that.
defensive fortification of the commune of Revachol. And I am its last surviving defender.
Alright, but that's a bit of a mouthful, so, you know, for our purposes, I'll call it an island. What was it used for?
The congenitally deformed King Philip II built it to restrict access to the Bay of Revachol. We captured it in '02, retrofitted the fort with an AA gun to defend against an airborne landing. Against the whole world.
You mean the landing? You mean the landing retaking of Revachol?
Coalition military called it Operation Deathblow. I later found out on the radio they called it Deathblow. You're one of them. Tell me, who speaks like that? We had 50 million people on Caillou alone.
First, I'm not one of them. Coalition military. Someone who's come to end this madness. Murderers, I know what you mean. Tell me something else. I mean, yeah, murderers.
You don't know. You haven't seen it. Iblis.
Iblis?
The black-eyed angel.
Oh, yeah, sure, I know him. Yeah, whoever that is. How have you survived all this time? Lots and lots and lots of Weetabix?
How does anyone survive? I steal.
Now hold on there.
Oh. What do you steal? That's a choice. You could have become self-employed. Create the system.
You're insane and grotesque. Everyone steals. Vegetables, supplies. It's the life of a dog.
He coughs once more, then puts his hand on his belly, as if your ultra-liberal bullshit made him physically sick. How is your health?
I've been throwing up blood since winter. Red, like beetroot. Been passing it in stool, too.
That's not so good. Also, beetroot, that's like dark red, isn't it? That's the one you need to really worry about.
Kuno's dad has this shit. Wine belly. The cops can take care of this, right? Medicine shit. With, like, facilities.
That's what you get for stealing things. Yes, it may be serious. Cancer even. The police can give you medical services. You need to be looked over.
I need to die. You don't have medical facilities. You have guns. That's all they give you. Toy guns.
Well, I can't carry a medical facility with me, can I? But we do technically have them, you know, back with the boys at the lab, I guess. I don't actually know. I've lost my memory. A droll smile stretches across his mouth.
You also have Dramamine.
I do have Dramamine. We have Dramamine and other opioid-based painkillers. You must be in pain. This is a serious situation. You need to be looked over, and we can do it. How have you coped mentally? Thank you for clearing that up. Yeah, no. Have some, you know, wacky fuzz pills.
I have been running out of that stuff.
A light goes on in his eyes.
There's no way he could manage the pain without them. It's safe to say he is addicted to painkillers by now.
You like that Dramamine, don't you? What is this?
It's the little joys. A dark joke, a sunshiny day, morphine.
Can I not actually give him any then? I thought that was going to be... Because I don't want him to die mid-conversation, or even worse, mid-confession. This is serious. You need to be looked over.
There's nothing to look over. The triage is in, and it's black. Administer morphine. Moribund.
How have you coped mentally?
I haven't. I have holes in my brain. Years missing. Others filled with pain only. A decade of...
His eyes roll into his skull and back. That's not a good sign.
I don't even know what. Inferno?
Oh, nod appreciatively. I also live in hell. I also have holes in my brain. Point to your head. You notice that the adolescent at your side is about to say something. Please do chip in, Kuno.
Kuno could do this shit. Live all alone like this. Kuno could hack it.
Why did I think that would be more profound?
Good, Kuno. Be that. I saw the traitors of this city turn the lights back on. More and more each year. Ruins glittering in the dark, like a fucking merry-go-round. It's disgusting.
He looks down at his shoes, his face parched from the sun and the wind. There's a wince of pain in there somewhere.
Are they not heartbroken? How could they have moved on?
How have you kept yourself hidden all these years?
It was hard in the Thames. I didn't have partisan training. They were searching for stragglers, those bloodhounds. Floodlights on the water at night.
What was it like?
What was it like? There was hope. A little hope. They needed to snuff it out. Martinez and Coal City were turned to dust. But Jamrock, Forburg, even Coron, and Boogie Street, of course. Those fucking kips had Krasmasov coursing in their veins. And others too. Some cordons of Revershaw was still fighting. There were cells. I tried to contact them. Soon they all went silent. The frequencies dead.
How did you get between here and the mainland?
At night, I used a dinghy.
Oh, yeah, we
I only
saw
went
that.
after dark then. When I got to the city, I stayed underground. Patrols, you lot, the commons too. They'd started snitching.
So in the city you move underground. Makes sense why we found the caches of old commie weapons about. Next to the big ice bear fridge.
From bunker to bunker. Not anymore. No one cares now. I don't even have to hide. They think I'm another antisocial vagrant. I could walk straight into that town if I wanted. I just...
He falls silent, his gaze fixed on the shacks huddled together across the water. Why don't you just walk there?
I don't want to. They're all traitors. Pigs, rabbits, and dogs. Men without ideals are only animals.
He does not want to see life moving on. People forgetting, drinking, laughing.
The weapons cache under Sanji's Lane 22B. In the basement. Have you been there?
So you finally found it. There must have been a small squadron's worth of arms in there. Belmer graves, right?
They were.
Useless now. Rusted away.
So you've been there.
Sleeping. Some nights. Ammo scrounging on others. Those McGraves were shit, even before they corroded. Some had bullets in the chamber, however.
Wait, how did he get down there?
How did you access the building? It's locked. At least now it is.
I didn't have to. Came in through the storm drains. There used to be a system that connected the bunkers, tunnels and such, under the church and everywhere. Most of them are gone now. Collapsed. Just bricks. All the old infrastructure has...
There's a small bunker under the Feld building. Have you stayed there as well?
The propaganda bunker. I used to, but not anymore.
Why is it a propaganda bunker?
They stored leaflets there. Broadcasting equipment, too. Made broadcasts, I think. Propaganda officers. I buried them with their leaflets. They killed themselves. 2 young boys.
Oh, okay.
A lot of our boys did. I spent some winters there. Never liked it. Kept thinking of them. No need to go underground anymore. It's better in the ruins, on the ground.
Okay, tell me something else.
The old man looks across the water, at the city, the ruins, the motorways rising above it.
So you're a communist soldier from the communist army? Yes, that seems clear.
No, I am not a soldier. I am an ideological officer. I belong to the party, not the army.
Yeah. Potato, potato. But you said you were trained and assigned to the Defense Corps.
Trained in historical materialism, then assigned as a political commissar by the party. These things used to mean something.
Yeah, I don't know what they mean now. So what's the political commissar?
The old man does not answer. He tilts his silver head and looks at the reeds. You see a small tremor pass through his legs.
Shit, stop having tremors and things.
My pig asked you a question. Quit spazzing out and tell him about the...
The kid doesn't get to finish a sentence. Uh-oh.
Scientific communism. A commissaire politique is a night philosopher of the revolution, a future human.
Awakened from shutdown by the promise of ideology, he was like a cleric, a shepherd.
So you were like a priest?
No, the opposite of that. A future human, not a human of the past.
Okay. Not sure I fully understand, but more or less communism with training, right?
He nods slowly.
Okay, that'll
Then
do.
another tremor.
I'm also a communist. I'm a nationalist, by the way. By the way, I'm a fascist. I'm a revolutionary too. Today, the real revolutionizing is done by entrepreneurs. I'm not really into politics myself. Say nothing. Well, here's our choice time, I guess. I feel like if even with the hat and everything, if we say that, he's just going to go, no, you're not. You're not a real one. He's already called us a fascist, so what if we say we're a funky entrepreneur?
You're part of the meat shield. The human meat shield that surrounds the fascists and the license holders. You take the fire while they rape and kill. That's what you are.
The old man spits into the fire pit. He does not say anything more. A jitter passes his lower body. There's definitely something off with his body. Something more than just metabolism.
Okay, we have to say all these before we can move on, I guess.
43 years and 10 months.
I don't even know what that is. That's insane. That's steadfast. Yeah, sure, give him a compliment.
It's not how a human being should live. But I had to. I couldn't just forget. I couldn't just forget what I saw.
He just couldn't.
You couldn't give up.
He nods, but he can now.
What have you been doing all this time?
Hiding, fishing, waiting.
He looks across the water.
Where the afternoon grows late, on Rue de Saint-Ghislain, people walk home. Street lights will soon be lit. Further inland, the streets are alive with workers, men, women, children, street hawks and migrant laborers. The temperature is steady. Alto cumulus clouds form above Precinct 41. 2 police officers step out of the Whirling in Rags cafeteria. Satellite officer Jean-Vic Mayer inspects a series of burnt black letters splashed across the plaza mosaic.
Oh yeah, that was me. Don't look too closely at that. Actually, to be fair, I only set them alight. I didn't paint them.
Patrol officer Judith Minot points west. The fishing village. She glances at her watch. We meet in 15 minutes. It's a 10-minute walk. The officers go, leaving behind the writing, still smoldering. One day, it says, I will return to your side.
Always waiting.
For what?
For her to return.
Who?
Girl, child, revolution.
Yeah, what?
Always.
Okay, thanks. I'm afraid she's gone. She better come. I too have given my life to Mazovian socioeconomics. I dare not dream anymore. That was what I literally ended the last stream saying, I think. No, I said never sleep, but, you know, same means to a different means to the same end. Whatever. Nothing in history is guaranteed, but revolution is still a possibility. Girl, child, nation is too strong for that. What the fuck? Sure, that's... what the fuck?
No. This is a vulgar criticism. The material base for an uprising has eroded. The working class has betrayed mankind and themselves.
Was that a fascist option, girl, child, nation? I suppose if you say anything involving a strong nation, that counts as fascist. Does it? Okay.
The historic opportunity for a revolution has passed. It will not come back anymore, however hard I try, whatever I do.
What has he done? Perhaps a confession will lighten the load.
What have you done then?
I just mourn.
I have another serious question for you.
There's nothing serious in this world. It's a farce.
Assess his body language. We might have a higher chance of that after we ask this. What have you been using this gun for?
I've used it for killing people.
Cool. That sounds like something you can go to jail for.
Here we go. A trail of blood. Even the kid can smell it.
Ugh.
Killing people? Like straight offing them?
Offing them into coffin them.
It's a gun. That's what they're for. You want a moralist euphemism? Defending your family and your property. I haven't done that. I've used it to kill people.
You mean like lately? After the war?
There is no after the war. Class war is never over.
He shakes his head and smiles, his teeth rotten black.
So he's continued killing after hostilities ended. Okay. Okay. This is it. You can feel it, like battery acid on the tip of your tongue. Something you haven't felt in a while. But
the battery acid might just be all the drugs, which if... Oh, the drugs have worn off. Okay, it's not the drugs then. But what?
this is what you live for. This is the shit.
Is it?
The great serotonin jackpot.
Oh, it fucking better be.
The solution.
You reckon?
Go in straight. No euphemisms. He doesn't like those. No. Be careful now. Slow and steady does it. Make him repeat it first. Don't mess this up. Remember, he wants to tell you. get personal.
The more disclaimers and preamble that you guys put, the more I feel like I am going to fuck it up. Okay, here we go. So you're saying you killed people after active fighting stopped. Did you use that gun to shoot and kill a colonel of the security contractor? Might be a bit much to start with. I know you want to tell me, have you killed anyone with that gun in the last week or two? Wait, so which one do I say then? Yeah, could you just tell me which one to say?
Nothing comes to you. Silence. His black eyes look at you, and in them a chill, like electricity running up your spine, crawling into your skull.
What?
All is not as it seems.
Oh, it's you again.
Well,
Okay, remember that all is not as it seems, so there's something else going on here. Maybe. I don't know if the Shiver's voice is reliable. Okay, let's try this one.
What did I just say?
He keeps shaking his head erratically. Suddenly, he brushes something out of his eye.
What did I just tell you? Don't drop the ball now.
I'm getting a lot of contradictory advice here, Rhetoric. Give me a... Going straight, no euphemisms. What? That was fairly straight, wasn't it? Saying you killed people after active fighting stopped. Alright. Really blunt about it. Did you use that gun to shoot and kill a colonel of the security contractor, Krenel?
The who now?
What? Exactly. So what are my fucking options here?
He heard you. He just wants to hear you say it again. This is dramatic flair on his part. Right choice. We're in. Do it, sire.
Oh, that was the right choice, apparently. Okay. You know who I mean. A beautiful, strong man sent here by the Honourable Private Military Company, Krenel. No. His name was Lely. He was part of a security detail here in Martinez. The fascist death squad who took a bullet in the mouth on the night of March 4th. The corpse in ceramic armour hanging behind the whirling in rags. Did you shoot him?
Oh, yes. That one. Ugly piece of work, that boy.
did you kill him? Fucking tell this cop.
I am a son of a welder and an officer of the commune of Reverberating. I do not collaborate with murderers and pederasts of the liberal regime.
Yeah, but what about us, though?
Exhaust him with proof. Pile it all on him. Get a confession. The gun. The murder weapon is the perfect opener.
Yeah, seems to be.
The scent of blood in the air. But what else? There was something you can't remember.
There's always something I can't remember. I don't need your cooperation. I've got this. We've done the ballistics. The shot came from this island. Sure.
I saw you poking around there, looking for evidence. You're damn diligent when it comes to dead fascies. Did you like the view?
He's practically admitting to it.
You said fascies. I never knew that was how that was spelt. You're admitting you killed him. It's the best uninterrupted line of sight into that window in all of Martinez.
Because it's a sniper's nest, you stupid fuck. Radio Gosh is right. You have worms in your brain.
Another sudden twitch, then one more in his right eye. It's not going well. This type of people was very real in Russia, only that they won in the 20th century. Yes, yeah, despite his accent, there's definitely some old Soviet vibes coming from this guy. That's sort of drawing parallels from that, I imagine.
Almost. He almost burst out there. Keep piling arguments. Anything.
Okay, well, we've got the murder weapon, the gun.
Got nothing to say about that boomstick, huh? You choking? That's the stick that did it.
Yes, it's a real gun. Not like that little musketeer pistol. I've seen you prance around with that. Jumping hoops for the Liberals.
They give me biscuits if I jump through the hoops.
You look like imbeciles. Why don't you ask them to give you real weapons, eh? Going against automatic rifles with a flame bomb. Of course you got all those boys killed.
Not all of them, only about half of them, and it was a necktie-infused spirit bomb, I'll have you know.
Damn, he saw you. He's watched it happen.
Yeah, well, fuck him.
So he saw you. Okay. So what? Don't let it divert you.
Yeah. We saved a lot of them. Their leader, Titus, we handled that situation. Yeah, not irrelevant. Stop squirming, I have the murder weapon.
You let them all die. Pranced around. Let your little friend be shot too. I didn't get a good look at that. Tell me, did he bleed out?
Don't talk to me about Kim. Shut up, I'm calling it. I have the murder weapon. Also, Kim survived. Fuck you.
Who are you trying to prove this to, huh? Your friend? He's not here. He's dead, isn't he?
He's not dead, he's in the hospital.
The world will rejoice when he dies. One fascia less.
He hisses, then glances into the reeds and twitches suddenly.
This pushed him, but not enough. Just a little more.
Look, can I put an extra... I just got a level up. Can I put a point into pushing? How do I push him more? Rhetoric? Suggestion, we never put anything into you, but then you have also failed us pretty spectacularly. Fuck. Maybe shivers? There was something going on there with the lady child voice of Revachol thing. Fuck it, I don't know what else to do. Hit yourself in the side of the head. Okay.
Wait, here it comes. The goddamn Maybells. The dried Maybells on Clausia's roof.
Oh wow, that actually worked. My head hurts now.
Who cares? There were Maybells in the grass when you got here. And on Clausia's balcony. Wait, don't forget the footprints. The diagonal prints in the dust in the secret space behind Clausia's bedroom. Now, they're gonna come up.
Ah, right, yes, of course. Thank you, Head. Thank you. Please stop hitting me.
You got it. Remember? The boot prints were like no modern soul. Maybe don't beat yourself anymore, though. You're not immortal.
Yeah, no, I'm surprised I didn't take damage from that. There were Maybells behind the victim's window. Show him the dried flower.
Damn Maybells. The whole island is turning white with them. So many this year, too. The spring is coming. No, it's already here. Wash the filth away.
I haven't seen these flowers anywhere else in Martinez, only here.
They blossom on the islets before. We fertilize them with our blood. Resurrection was snow white in May, before they ruined it.
South, the Bay of Martinez is dotted with little freckles of islets, turning green, with white flowers in white snow.
The coast, too, before they piled their containers on top of it, filled with broken, useless trash for fat-fingered bourgeois children to play with.
Kuna, you gonna let him talk to you like that?
Bet you've been sneaking around a lot. Hidden. Know any secret paths? Kuno knows paths.
Don't distract him, Kuna.
I may.
A curious tremor passes his face. Please stop twitching, sir. You got me worried. A young woman called Classier, ring any bells? These dried flowers were behind her window.
Classier.
You know her, right? She had intimate relations with the victim, the mercenary.
With the victim.
He turns his sight from the whitening field of flowers and falls silent. Then the muscles in his jaw twitch, a spasm. Is every sentence going to end like that?
There is a small tremble. Looks like a smile. A crooked smile. yet isn't quite voluntary. He's about to burst.
Burst into a confession or burst into, like, an embolism?
Don't leave any loose ends. Get him on everything.
I'm trying, but got this sort of ticking clock element hanging over my head. What shoes are you wearing? Air Jordans?
Everything is brands with you individualists.
No,
Who cares what brand my shoes are?
that's the only one I know.
Sunset. Some shit.
Show me the soles of your shoes, please.
Fucking imbecile.
The old man stretches out his leg. A black and white spiral pattern covers the sole of the worn-out old running shoes on his feet.
The maker is called Sensorique, and the size is 42 to 44.
Kim, note that down. Oh,
These are not the unusual horizontal patterned soles you saw in the dust on the floor of the hidden room. They do, however, seem to be about the same size.
wait, maybe it's simpler than that. Drama?
Sire, he doesn't have to be wearing them right now.
Of course, people change shoes. It doesn't mean you weren't there, near the room the victim died in, sneaking around.
Racking those brains, are you?
Just the one brain.
Desperate to report something back to your masters? They must have really loved that dead fuck.
Yeah, I guess so.
The kid gives you a quick sideways glance and nods to acknowledge. The prints were his. You can see it in those eyes. He can't keep them from flickering, looking for something. The old man stares at his own prints in the ash around the fire. Silent suddenly, some strange process within him. A gush of wind. Seagulls in the distance.
You know who he was. A coalition-trained murderer. Armored and armed. He wasn't human. The blunt end of a hammer. Dripping with blood.
He was a soldier too. He was a man. He was a killer, but he was still under the protection of the law. He was a rapist. I'm not saying he didn't deserve it. Did we ever confirm that? Class A reckoned no. But then there was other things like on the tape and whatnot. If we're trying to sweet talk this guy, then maybe go with that.
Beating us to the ground. Moaning with joy. You hounds get so thorough when a company-trained killer dies. I haven't seen you on this coast for 40 years. You know, maybe I should have killed one sooner.
Maybe. I mean, how old am I? Am I like 40-something? Gotta be, so... How long have I been with the RCM? Dunno.
Got your attention.
Oh no, we do know that actually. It's something
Now
like 18
you
years.
stop eating druggies and prostitutes in your basement.
I don't do that.
Now you come to investigate. Not when they die by the hundreds.
This is it. Shot him. Shot him. Say shot him, not killed him.
So you killed him. So you shot him.
Oh, the inhumanity. One paramilitary less in Revachol.
You can almost see him squeeze a tear out of his eye. His fists begin to tremble from the anger. Hold your breath. Okay.
I had them in my sights. Both of them. Him and the whore. I was breathing with them. In phase. And I pulled the trigger and flew on the air until I landed in his mouth.
He begins to smile.
I didn't think I had a shot like that in me anymore. I did. I saw him kneel there with his mouth full of death, and that stupid look on his face. And his dick still in her.
Yeah, could have gathered that bit. Didn't really need that flavor text.
There, a hot flash of rage almost carries the smile away. Some dark peace.
Then what?
Nothing. I went to sleep. Next morning there were Maybells everywhere. The world was white. Or what's left of it anyway. My last spring here. I knew the fascists would come to avenge their own. And so they did.
Not a fascist. In fact, that might be my least one at the moment. Yeah, more ultra-liberal and commie. But you don't give a damn about my stats, do you?
Fucking hell.
The kid looks at him for 1, maybe 2 seconds, breathing heavy with excitement. Boom, the revelation. Goddamn right I did. I just nailed you. Do you understand you're confessing to murder to a police officer? I think he does understand that. Boom.
Moronic, gloating psychopath.
Sure, maybe.
A motive. A real cop gets a motive now.
Yeah, shush. Wait, motive? Why?
He could say he was taking the fall for someone. It's useless in court without a motive. Go be a cop now. Don't mess it up.
Did we get another level up? Oh, we did. We're flying through. Fuck it. I guess we could put it into pretty much anything now, couldn't we? Yeah, fuck it. Keep putting it in shivers. See what happens.
Coax it out of him. He's still warm. They were fucking.
One more thing. Why were you looking at them that night?
I'm always looking.
He cocks his head to the side, then turns his eyes to the city. Another tremor passes his right side, lower in intensity.
You always creeping on people through your scope like that?
A rifle scope has the best magnification.
Helps him see all the shit.
And if you don't like what you see,
Click.
Wow, how did my brain make that noise? If it's part of the shit you see.
then you pull the trigger.
Yes. Think of it as a form of critique.
Okay. 42%. Is that lower than it was? I don't know actually. What specifically did you not like about what you saw the night of the murder?
Them. Fucking. I didn't like that.
So, jealousy?
Jealousy is a reactionary concept.
It very much isn't.
I
You can
didn't
date that
like
shit back
the
for
Reaver
millennia.
enjoying himself, drugged out, soothed in the arms of a young woman. I wanted him to die so he could not enjoy life anymore.
Yeah, that sounds like jealousy.
And I wanted to see his head explode. That too. She should know better than to hold a child murderer between her thighs. I knew he'd be there for one more second, writhing.
Child murderer, is that confirmed? Also, the line is I wanted her to see his head explode, not you wanted to see his head explode. But I guess both are true, but one is sort of darker than the other.
That's all it takes for the bullet to reach his head. Now that I think of it, I wasn't aiming for his mouth. I wanted his brains to spill out on her. But you can't have everything.
And you were calling me a psychopath?
Her body sweating from the drugs, slick from cerebral hemorrhage. This man has seen past her, like you did.
Kind of.
And now he longs to see her covered in blood.
Yeah, that's less like me.
To punish her.
How long had you been watching her? You wanted to punish her, so you killed him. You had feelings for that woman. I don't know if that's... Maybe? How long had you been watching her?
Since she came to Martinez. I saw her sneaking in the reeds early in the morning, behind the Fell building. It was dark, still winter. She didn't have her skimpy outfit on then, just a spot in the night, moving.
What was she doing there?
Hiding something in the water. She had a fag after she'd done it. I was up in the ruins there. She couldn't see me, but I could see her, smoking. She was nervous, but not scared.
And beautiful.
Sure, go for it. And beautiful.
That, too.
Ah, okay, maybe there is something there then.
The sun came up and her hair was like cobwebs. She smoked more fags and snorted a line of whatever shit she was on. Right there. She needed it just to move.
What do you think she hid there?
Her passport and tickets to Villiers. And from there to Cachet Brut.
Some kind of hidden container on the coast. You looked into it?
Yes, after she'd gone. It was a submersible. Well made, actually.
Did you take the documents?
No, I put them back. Why would I take them? I'm not going to phone. No, I mean...
Yeah, Falm. He said it was tickets to Villiers. Shit, he's breaking down, losing it. Moving on, did you continue watching her after this?
I did. She had a face like an archipelago with those birthmarks. And a body hard and lean and bruised all over. Black and yellow. I could see she's taken a beating. I could see who she was, too. A spook. On the run. Revershal's the cloaca of capital now. All the bagmen and arms dealers end up here to do drugs and have sex like animals.
The bruises. Can you make that out in a scope?
Depends on the scope, I suppose. Depends how far away she was when she was hiding her passport and stuff.
And the fact that she was a spook? How did he come to that?
That is odd, yeah. Well, I guess if the documents... You're not necessarily a spy, you could just be someone on the run. Let's see what he says.
She had different color hair on the photo. And glasses. Forged. Some sort of sordid bourgeois affair. I've heard about this kind of thing on the radio.
And the bruises? You could see her bruises through the scope of a rifle.
You can't see that through a scope. It's just a blur there.
And yet, okay. How does he know those minute details about her body? Oh, well, we should succeed at this.
It quickly comes to you.
Aha. See, I succeeded that check without actually knowing the answer myself. The bruises on her body, any chance you've seen them through a hole in the wall?
Oh, yes. Cutting those drugs of hers into little lines with a knife. Masturbating.
Wait, she was or you were... You know what? I don't need to know.
Everything in him fills with impossible longing, all at once.
You made that hole?
With a clip-point knife.
Good for listening in, too. For hearing the moaning and the snorts.
I don't want to kink shame, but, you know. Ever see her through a window on a roof?
Like that, too. Yes. Bending like a bow against the glass.
So you've been through the secret route behind the whirling in rags. Those were your footprints there. You just changed your shoes.
I've been through all of Martinez. Every nook and cranny.
Well, that's like 5 to 6 B&Es we can probably take you on then.
Yes, that too. The things they did in that little room. What she'd do to feel good. Funny the way light works. You turn it on inside, and it gets so dark out, you can't see a man looking in. I learned that in the 20s, when they were still hunting me. I've seen people do some shit, but...
He keeps shaking his head.
Those two took the cake.
Okay.
Yeah, the lightning gets shit going. Speed freaks fucking in the bushes.
If you say so, Kuno.
He must know his way around a creaky floorboard and a rusty hinge on a door.
How did you get in there? The hidden pinball workshop?
I can just walk in there now after a good wash. I told you, they think I'm an antisocial. Closing hour is a good time. The kitchen's empty.
Yeah, but the blue door was locked. Steel door in the kitchen, how do you open that?
I got that open a long time ago. Some bourgeois game merchant lived there. I don't know, 15 years ago. He left spare keys all over, and I took one. Then I saw her turn the light on one night in my scope.
Andy found use for it. A spare key, like the one hanging behind the Union Box window.
You wanted to punish her, so you killed him. You had feelings for that woman.
There's nothing to hold on to. Only this. It's not enough.
The coals of his eyes glisten suddenly, like stones dripping with water. Is he crying?
Man needs to feel something else. In this fight, it helps if you have your eye on something there. It's weakness, I know.
There have been others.
Yes, over the years. It's not unproletarian to feel something.
Was that why you left the dried flowers behind her window?
No.
He starts to shake his head again, a sunflower on a withered stalk. Why then?
I don't really know. I was there one night and she was crying, like a child, in the corner of her room on the floor, like she does sometimes.
When was this?
The day after I killed him.
Then why do you think she was crying? And you brought her Maybells?
Yes. I don't know why I do the things I do anymore.
You wanted to console her, manipulate her, or nothing? Maybe.
Maybe. I told you, I have holes in my brain now. I wouldn't just sit here waiting for you.
A sudden pang of rage.
If you came 10 years ago, I would have killed you.
If I'd came here 10 years ago, I might have been more sober and could have killed you. But no, you probably would have killed me. I mean, you got the distance, you got a sniper rifle, all that. You wanted to punish her, so you killed him.
She practically breastfed that man. You wouldn't believe the things she let him do to her.
I probably wouldn't, so no need to tell, mate.
You stare at them too. In your mind, her innocence day still turns to leaf.
No.
Airport bag in hand.
No.
Silks flowing in her wake.
Don't, no. Get the fuck away from that shit again. This has got nothing to do with that. Try to forget it. The dream.
See you tomorrow, Harry.
No.
Her voice rings in the evening air.
Shit.
Burning.
You saw through her, so did I. She did deserve a good punishing. I hate women too, you know. Fuck's sake. I'm not like that. I don't think like that. Men are insane. Shake your head. Say nothing. Well, these are some choices. I know, flip a coin, 1 to 6. What? That's not how that works. Alright, you saw through her, so did I.
You're delusional. There's nothing to see in the soul of the bourgeois woman. It's the same as the surface. Sick hedonism and desperation.
Well, that's still something. It's 2 things, technically. I'm not like that. I don't think like that.
No one gives a shit what you think.
Yeah, well, I know that as well.
You and your cronies kill 10 working-class men a day. I've heard the statistics on Channel 8.
Oh, you can't believe everything you hear on Channel 8. There's fucking propaganda there's fucking Fox News on Channel 8. So in conclusion, it wasn't about him, it was about her.
Her.
I guess that's a confirmation. Staring at the ashes, then the reeds, there's a twitch in the corner of his eye.
It was about bitches.
The boy nods grimly. bitch is.
Where is she, that Clasier? I haven't seen her there for days.
She got away. We don't know where she is. She got away, but she led us here first. She figured out someone was watching her from the sea fort. We arrested her. Lie. I'm not at liberty to say. She did tip us off to here, actually.
Gone. I knew it. She kept staring into the scope this last week at the island, like she knew. She'd look at night, crying or smoking on the roof, staring right into me. It doesn't matter.
Midtown, across the Bay of Revershaw, the oceanic wind washes 40-story towers. Above them, Lusanne's Central Aerodrome, a cocoon suspended in the sky by a web of suspension wiring, encircled by hybrid aircraft.
Look north.
On the platform, a young woman is withdrawing from amphetamines, barbiturates, and alcohol. Yet still she smiles among the crowd, among the great ghosts of the city she's leaving, for another, far south. Smaller, distant, hidden, not like the great chandelier she sees sparkle in the night below her.
Spring air
Streetlights,
below her.
towers, tenements, and water, and across it, a dark strip of ruins, barely visible if she didn't squint her eyes. He knew she knows. She was looking at the island, figuring it out, day by day, cigarette by cigarette.
We can totally get more out of him. He's squealing.
You could get more out of him. He likes talking. Enough. Take him in. Bend his arms behind his back and end this.
Okay, so Classier's a lost cause, but that was always a tricky one anyway, because if we arrested her, yeah, maybe a spook sort of handlers may have caught up to her. It was never sure how to handle that one. I think I've done it a few different ways in different playthroughs. Been looking at anything else you haven't liked?
A tragic comedy. Druggies, prostitutes, and rentiers.
Did you shoot any of them?
A strange little engine seems to fire up in him again. It straightens his back.
More specifically?
Specifically, the whole city is a charnel house, stripped clean and draped in neon. But Martinez is the worst.
How come?
Because of the racists. Everyone is a racist in Martinez. It's their favorite thing to do in the whole world. Listening to race-themed radio shows. In the ruins, in their lorries.
There is a lot of racism, yeah. I mean, I have to concede that. Although, I do remember earlier in this conversation you used the term fucking kips. So, you know, communism doesn't make you immune to racism.
Pumped full of steroids and Radio Revershaw 92. Race this, race that. It's all sanctioned by that Social Democratic Union and the farce of a Social Democrat who runs it.
Well, yes, certainly with Everard Clare you will find more of the dickheads. Also, it occurs to me that, you know, the Speed Freaks radio station that Kim listens to, maybe it's a different kind of race and you've just misinterpreted it. Anyway, Mr. Clare?
Yes, the fly larva in his container. He let some nihilistic advertising yuppies erect a statue of Philippe III, a syphilitic murderer, on the town square, to spit on the working class.
Don't interrupt.
Not since the serfs of ancient Pericarnassus has history produced a more inert social class than the Martinez proletariat. The rest of Revershaw at least pretends to rebuild. These people still live in ruins. In tents, like animals, like those boom-boom morons on the ice. A pity they didn't drown in that tent of theirs.
He keeps shaking his head with sorrow for the sight he missed. Yeah, don't ever go at the fucking disco ravers. They're our chums. Anything else?
The worst of them is the blood-drenched Sucrion on her yacht, licking her lips. The old whore's gone now. Her gun-toting porcelain men are dead. So, actually, no. The worst is that old cock parading around in his uniform, throwing balls all day. It's not enough that the racists and liberals are dancing on our graves. The old loyalist ghouls still parade the ruins too.
Is there anyone you did like?
Every morning he's there, while the parasites he fought to protect are off in Ozon, or Warrant, or some other island they built their palaces on, feeding on drugs and having sex with their own children.
Okay then.
That's all the rich really want. Sex with their own children.
What?
Throughout history, even the royal bloodline of the suzerain, it's all just an excuse for them to have sordid sex. At least that old cunt Frisell is now dead.
Few questions.
We did good when we pushed him under the horse car.
Alright, never mind.
Until, in the 30s, those disco whores.
That was a noise. His breath heavy with hatred, you cannot make out a single word. Probably for the best, because if you start dissing disco, then, you know, we're gonna have problems, me and you.
The disco whores are too much. Hatred shuts down his brain's language center, leaving only a nonsensical sputter.
Yeah, I've had that happen. On stream.
What was that about? Steroids? It piqued your interest.
Actually, I completely looked over it, but...
Boom boom morons on thin ice. Going under. Those are the tent kids.
yeah. The boom boom morons on the ice, they're my friends.
They were boom boom imbeciles. At least they're not there anymore. What more is there to say? They're duped by bourgeois culture. I've seen that kind pop up, like worms after the rain.
What you got against worms?
What more is there to say? You've always got something to say.
Nearly always, yeah. I let them in the church. The boom boom is now in the church.
I saw you. Serves that pigsty right to have them in there. Ghoulish sarcophagus. The ecclesiastes are all pedophiles.
What? His voice trails off into a gust of sea wind. He looks at the church on the coast. Okay, I'm not any clearer on any of that. You mentioned the Union is social democratic, and Mr. Clare is a farce of a social democrat.
Another hideous disappointment. Unions are the real enemy. The true enemy of the proletariat. Placating the masses.
I see. So, yeah. The only thing worse than a right-winger is a left-winger who's not left-wing enough to you.
Disappointment. So personal. He displays a familiarity with the Union's top brass.
Who's a disappointment? Everard Clare?
That deformed toad? I wouldn't expect him to wipe his own ass. I mean, the brains of the operation. The smart one.
Edgar.
Ah, the one we never saw. You mean Edgar, Everard's brother.
He talks a big game about uprising and social base. They must have sent the smart one to some university in Le Jardin, where it's alienation this and hegemony that.
You've talked to Edgar?
First against the wall with him.
What do you mean by that? Have you approached them?
I haven't approached anyone. I've hid. It was Edgar who came to me.
How did he know you were here?
He didn't just stumble in like an oaf.
He nods to you.
He figured it out. Some kids told him about a monster on the island. I told you, he has brains.
points to the path leading to the tower.
Stepped right off the boat and walked down where you came. I even kept the door open for him. Thought he was a man of the left, wouldn't rat me out. I was right about one of those things.
When was this?
20 years ago. Neither of them could walk now, could they? They were less fat then.
Oh, so they're both fat.
That's around the time the Clares came to power.
What did you talk about?
Edgar did the talking. Paid his respects like I were a fossil in a uniform. Offered platitudes about the struggle. Flaunted his pink degree. Even quoted Marzov. Never trust a social democrat who quotes Marzov. Oh, and charity too. They love their charity. Offered me blankets and social housing. I still have the gas cooker he brought.
And he let you be here?
Let me be here? The ZOC is an unlawful successor of the Commune of Reverberating. We took this fortification from the Loyalists. Even the Clares understand this.
They let him be here. Understanding was a courtesy. But why such a courtesy?
Yeah, that is the question. Not sure we're going to get an answer. Mr. Dross, did you kill the Krenel mercenary for the Clares to incite a riot?
You know why I killed that fucker, Dwat. As to Edgar, I'm not doing anything for that swine again.
Again? So what have you done for him before?
Tried teaching him some Marzovian socioeconomics. They didn't stick. We parted ways.
Okay, he didn't do the hanged man for them. But he's insinuating something.
Yeah. Shit. 28%. That's not going to cut it. But our cigarettes have run out, so... fuck it.
Oh no, the connection doesn't come to you on such a pivotal moment.
Yeah, it wasn't to be.
Dumbo, do something. You can't zone out now. This isn't Doodaloo dance time.
I wish it wasn't Doodaloo dance time, but, you know, I've been going for over an hour. That's usually when Doodaloo dance time kicks in.
Slap yourself in the head again. Jumpstart
I
it.
can't keep doing that. But sure, fuck it, give it a go.
The kid watches you beat yourself in the head again. The second time in this interview.
What, it's it's an unorthodox interrogation technique, okay, Kuno?
Yo, Colonel doesn't understand what's going on here. Get a hold of it, Detective Dick. Let's move on, okay?
Get a hold of yourself. This is just one little thing. You still have everything else. Go on. Finish the interrogation.
Alright. The racist on the gates, pumped full of steroids. Oh, Measurehead.
Yes, steroids. A racist on steroids.
You mean Measurehead, right? What's your opinion of him?
What is my opinion? You think the rich man has an opinion on this idiocy? Is the rich man on the radio telling you his opinion?
I don't know. I haven't listened to the radio in a while, but I'm asking your opinion.
No. The rich man's looking at real estate and fiddling his kids, wading through the corpses.
You keep coming back to that.
Ha, yes, but he was there. Why was he there if you can't have an opinion?
You're right. I too am a level-headed moral person, unaffected by Measurehead. I, for one, do have an opinion on Measurehead that people need to hear, and it's not positive. Did you notice that he's not... something? Point toward the general area of your face. Okay. There's that option. Then why was he there?
Scratching away at the race question. You moral intern monkeys keep the conversation going on Channel 4, helping the rich man conduct his swindle with this inanity.
Okay, so you don't like Channel 8 and you don't like Channel 4. Or maybe you do like Channel 8.
You think the
Can't
rich
remember
man
now.
cares about your little race games? He rules the whole world, and he laughs at your moral soliloquies.
He stares into the dead embers. Alright, okay, so as close to an opinion on Measurehead is that he is indifferent to him. Rene?
Every fucking morning for 34 years. Throwing that ball. One ball against the other. I've always loathed that game. That is not a working class game. I don't care what they say on Radio June. Royalist ghouls played like it was life itself. Click, clack across the water each day. And that uniform, like a parrot plumage. I won't even mention that he's a traitor to his race. A petanque maniac race traitor.
Just nod. Now, I don't know about that. Whoa, let's back off before you get too agitated.
What is there to be agitated about? The unholy ghoul? I love it there. It reminds me of everything we fought for. At least we killed Afristel and his kingsman.
Okie dokie. Well, given how angry you were about that, I'm hesitant to ask you about the disco whores, but at the same time I kind of want to hear about the disco whores.
Whores.
That's all he says. Even that word has to be pushed through his teeth with great force. The rage seethes too hard. Okay. Nice talk. Glad we had this little chat.
Glad? It's all gone.
He stares into the dust at his feet. Grey and dirty spring grass all around. Alright. Time to give this a go, I guess. Still only 42%. That didn't increase for our more thorough questioning. Give it a go.
What strikes you
Okay,
about this
that's not
gaunt man
bad.
is not the stomach pain, or the cough, or the malnutrition. For a man who's spent 44 years hidden in the urban world,
He is surprisingly okay.
indeed, he speaks fluidly. His movements are rapid, if erratic. His voice, despite the cough, is there. It is capable of expressing complicated ideas. Above all, he seems animated.
Animated by what?
It's a mystery. This animation comes at a cost too. Erratic hand gestures, thought processes cut off like threads, as he just stares at the logs or the reeds. He also suffers mood swings, bubbling to the surface, unconstrained by his nervous system. And also flashes of lust, simmering in there. Not too common in people his age.
Dementia?
You've seen demented people before. This feels similar, yet different. When his thoughts move, they are lucid, keen even, not senile. Is it some kind of substance damage? Like he's addicted to something, not only the painkillers he's clearly on.
I'm not sure I really want to ask about his glands, but okay.
There is definitely something hormonal there. Whatever the condition he's suffering, there is a sexual element to it.
Poor guy. Mr. Joss, are you on some kind of a psychoactive substance?
No. I won't be stuffed full of shit like the rest of this city.
Except for the painkillers.
Didn't he say?
Yeah, you said you take painkillers.
I take them to cope with pain. The people of this city use painkillers because they have pain. Untreated illnesses, not enough money for a greedy doctor.
Are you sure about him being lucid? Maybe he's just affected by an extreme case of socialism. It's not a downer, rather an upper, judging by his snaps.
Okay. Well, you're trying to distinguish painkillers from the rest of other drugs, but, you know, a lot of the time people are taking other drugs to kill a kind of pain. It's just a different sort. Paholodon? How do you feel about that? I had some of that.
I don't know what that is.
Neither do I, but I had some of it. Are you on amphetamines?
Like some kind of decadent rock star.
So no. How's your memory? Are you okay? Do you want a biscuit? Do you want a blanket?
No, I'm not okay. I shit blood, and I'm surrounded by insane people.
Well, yeah, but join the club.
There it is again. Erratic hand motions, bouts of rage, and the stomach thing too, of course. Could it be a symptom of overdosing on something? Something even you have not tried? Keep your eyes peeled.
Right, okay. Well, so that was technically a success, but not... We didn't figure it out. Alright, better wrap this up. Josef Lilianovich Dross, you're under arrest for the murder of the Krenel Colonel here in Martinez.
What? But you said I would be taken to the...
This is odd.
The wind picks up. The silence on the water is broken all around you. Little shivers of waves appear.
Your Wayfarer rights have been suspended. Information provided to the officer on the scene will be used against you by the prosecution. A lot of fancy words. Didn't even know I had these words. You will be provided legal counsel within 1 week and must face court in 44 days. We are going to get him medical attention as well, though, right?
Do you understand?
Kuno, do you understand? Because do you understand, sir?
No, I don't want to. I have to stay here.
He looks at the reeds, eyes full of terror.
He's sweating. Beads are forming on his forehead.
Shit.
Pupils are dilated too. Eyes getting blacker and blacker.
Oh no.
We don't need your permission. We do need to talk about that boat, though. How are we going to take him?
Well, no, hang on. There is room for 2 on the boat, I think. Possibly. Also this. A perception challenge thing. Wait. Okay, let's see if we do this.
There it is again. To your north, as it has been since you came to the coast. The reeds whisper, stalks rubbing against each other. But then, in the middle of it, something completely different. It sounds like a bow, very slowly being drawn against the strings of a violin. A very small violin, made of reeds and rushes.
There's a violin spying on us.
Maybe there is room for 3 on the boat?
You're saying we can all fit in there? Shush, Kuno, do you hear that?
What?
What a farce. What are you talking about? Is this...
The old man's voice...
us?
Sorry, the old man's voice drowns in a sudden gust of wind.
Your skin crawls.
Oh, okay.
A delicate tangle of arms and legs unfolds from the reeds, limb by limb, to then just stand there, moving its scythe-like arms in ghostly silence.
Blink? What is that? Point to it.
What are you talking about?
The old man looks at you. The old man looks at the reeds, then at you. I don't know what the hell that is. Oh god, it was moving closer for a second. The giant stick insect.
There's nothing there.
He looks confused.
The stick insect is over 3 meters tall. It looks straight at you, with its tiny pinprick eyes and its grotesquely small head. You feel your legs shaking under you, and your gun hand rise instinctively.
I've finally gone insane. Put your head in your hands. There is, I see it.
Tell me what you see, damn it. I can't make out one small thing in the reeds.
Kuno, can you see it?
Yeah, I can fucking see it.
Okay, so maybe not insane.
Thank God. If he can see, then maybe you're not insane.
Yes, what I said.
It's really there, spinning slowly, in absolute silence. Its limbs long and slender.
Be very careful.
The kid whispers, then takes a step toward the giant anthropod. So that's a thing. Oh cool, we got a new gun. I'm gonna put our logic hat back on. I feel like we might need logic. Or trying to make sense of something. So, because as I say, I have played this before and I have come across this before. That shit that, what's his face? Australian guy sprayed on us. It has in fact lured a phasmid. I don't think this happens unless you do that.
The creature stands on long stilt-like legs, antennae hanging from its head like a woman's hair, white and curled at the tips. It is no more than 5 steps away from you.
Yeah, this wouldn't have fit in one of those little traps we were dealing with.
Reed-like tufts stick out of its joints. As the insect moves its forearms, it produces a faint hiss, like a reel-to-reel machine spinning after the tape breaks. The hiss is different from the strings you heard before. It says something else in a lower pitch.
It's an electrochemistry check. Oh yeah, see, laid the pheromone on thick. And what's the other one say? Your corpse will be marked by something. Listen carefully. I mean, that's you saying that. That's not the sound.
Be afraid. You smell wrong.
I always smell wrong inland. You get used to it after a while. Alright, let's try this, I guess.
Slowly, with your breath held, you take 2 small steps toward the phasmid. The creature lets out a series of ultrasonic clicks that swarm around your head like swallows. Sweat drips from your brow, soaking your chest. You reek of it, your chemicals. Hissing and clicking, it extends its mandible-like antennae to greet you. You're right below it now, looking up at the colossal chitin of its white limbs. The head of the creature is crowned by reeds, and its eyes are like small droplets of water.
Raise your hand slowly. Hello, I'm Harry. I don't really know who I am.
No reply. A total ancient silence comes from its mouth, along with what appears to be some kind of foam. The stridulations of its limbs continue all around you.
Stridulations, that's a word I didn't unaware of. Stand on your tiptoes and look more closely.
You were right. Little bubbles form on the mouth parts of the creature, on its segmented lower lip. It looks to be foaming slowly. The foam is white, then yellowish.
Kuno, it's foaming.
Whoa! Maybe it's poison? Fucking hell!
The kid watches you apprehensively. I hope it's not poison.
The foam slowly turns a darker shade, like burnt caramel, as the insect moves its mouth parts, masticating. The little bubbles begin to burst, one by one.
Tell me, what are you doing? Very high chance of this. We've gotten quite lucky with these skill checks. Or not, or lucky that our skill is high enough and the relevant checks have come up. Tell me, what are you doing?
I exist.
Oh, fuck me. Okay, this is happening. Obviously, when I played this before, it didn't have a voice. I exist too. I'm a detective. Is this a dream? What is happening? What exactly are you?
I am an unknown species of the order Phantasmadia, endemic to the Insulating Insula.
For the last 350 years, I have hidden in plain sight, masquerading as the reeds, molding, cloning myself, unfolding at night to play with trash bins and boys.
Who are these boys?
It may have unknown, dangerous biochemical characteristics that help it maintain its camouflage.
No, no one believed I exist. Almost no one. Until you came, detective. Dripping off blood that smells like strawberries. Across the calm sea. The first in 1,000 years.
J-Tuck saying, "Oh, I do not like that voice they gave it." Yeah, yeah, it's creepy. It's quite a few of the voices on these have not been quite what I expected. Also, that was an entirely separate paragraph to what we were given in text form again. So, in text form, I went unnoticed by the first settlers and the land surveyors of the suzerain. Also by the soldiers of the revolution and the officials of the occupation. Even the Seminoles Islanders who came here first, but did not stay, have not seen me.
I have stayed hidden through 4 forms of government and 2 scientific revolutions, until I was accidentally discovered by a detective of the citizen militia in Reverberating, district of Martinez, March 51.
That'd be me. Totally killing the mystery of the moment. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this as a voice. I feel it's okay. It could be better, really. It's difficult to know if this has just lost impact because obviously I've played this before, or yeah, it's a bit too decipherable. It needs to be more alien, perhaps. Like have a voice, have a sound, but you still can't work it out unless you read what is being put there in text. I think that's the way I'd go with it. But, you know, to each their own. Is this a dream? What is happening?
No, you are awake. I am real. Light is forming me. This is real.
Are you really poisonous?
Yes, I do not have a starter display, so I use a neurodegenerative element to aid in camouflage. Do not worry. It is only destructive over long periods of time.
The deserter. He's been here for a long time.
Ah, so that might be the electrochemical affliction that we couldn't put our finger on. He's been sitting next to this thing without knowing it for 40 odd years, and yeah, that will give you holes in the mind apparently. That's insane.
No, you are.
Fuck
The
you.
moral of our encounter is, I am a relatively medium life form, while it is you who are a total extreme madness. A volatile senior nerve system ominously new to the planet. The Pale too came with you. No one remembers it before you. The Nidarians do not.
The who?
The radially symmetrics do not.
Huh?
There is an almost unanimous agreement between the birds and the plants that you are going to destroy us all.
I think you got me confused with someone else. The Pale is human-made?
It is a nervous shadow cast into the world by you, eating away at reality. A great, unnatural territory. Its advent coincides with the arrival of the human mind.
Is this a really elaborate way of calling me fat by saying that my shadow spans several continents?
You're a violent and irrepressible miracle. The vacuum of cosmos and the stars burning in it are afraid of you.
Flattery will get you nowhere.
Give me enough time, you will wipe us all out and replace us with nothing. Just by accident.
How?
We suspect it will be something like the oxygen holocaust that wiped out anaerobic life 2.6 billion years ago, when organisms first started breathing. Only much worse.
That's a phrase. Okay, what's your word of the day, children? It's oxygen holocaust. You won't get that in any other game, probably. Worse how?
Everything your eyes touch goes back there, behind the nose mirror. What if you blink? Are we still here? Please don't blink. What if he misplaces us all one day, or just forget?
I have already forgotten the whole world once when I drank too much. I will be extra careful not to blink, stick insect, don't worry. This is the gloaming I've been waiting for ever since I woke up in the hotel room. But I want to blink and undo 12 billion years of matter expansion. Blink, but quickly. Is this the gloaming?
So, it is already happening. One day, one of you will close your eyes and sign, and open them to see that none of this ever existed.
And so one of us, so it's not just me, it could be Kuno as well. Well, Kuno, apparently we're both the apocalypse. Kuno, am I having a violent epileptic seizure?
Doesn't look like you're spazzing out. Kuno knows all about seizures.
Thanks. What does it look like?
You're just staring at the giant insect.
Huh. I think I'm having a vision about the final fate of mankind.
Cool. So's Kuno. Kuno's also having a vision of a giant insect. And it's real. Back off before it eats you.
Good plan. I exist.
Tell me what it's like for you.
Oh, it's wunderbar. I'm ill. If I tell you, what will happen? Fire, burning. Yeah, what will happen?
Then I will tell you what it's like for me.
Seems like a fair exchange. Yeah, it's pretty fucking horrible.
What is your illness?
In my heart, for me it's sadness, input after input. I'm ill in my head, I'm insane. That's how it is for me. My body aches, I'm bleeding. Well, all of these are true, but let's go for insanity.
I am not. There isn't even a central nervous system in my head. Only mouth parts. We're eating white blood clots.
So am I hallucinating that you're talking to me?
Now I will tell you how it is for me. For me, it is a series of half-lit images. A kind of darkness. Being intruded upon. Transient. Dim. Moist.
If you could describe yourself in 3 words. Intruded upon by what?
Shapes of plants and animals. And internal sensations. A swarm of sounds. Tiny vibrations on the inside of my forearms. All speak of complexities totally beyond my understanding. I am at the end of a narrow funnel. Weightless. So light, it only feels like something to be me. In truth, perhaps I'm nothing. I certainly do not have a soul. And if I did, it would never ache.
The fuck is happening to me right now? You're the type of animal I would like to be. Not the best chat-up line. I'm glad to be me, an incredibly sensitive instrument. Don't talk about my sensitive instrument. The fuck is happening to me?
I don't know. You're just a shadow for me. Far away, faintly transmitting. But for a curious smell.
Okay. I want to be like you, ooh.
Are you sure?
No? Why are you asking?
Sometimes, when molting, I will grow a lost limb. One time something went wrong, and a small leg replaced a missing antenna.
A small leg? That's horrible. That's cool. That's absolutely nothing.
The leg tried to move around independently, making it hard to walk.
You don't have a foot there now.
Yes. Thankfully someone ate it.
What?
The next time I molded, I grew an antenna again.
Ugh. Where does this come from, all this, around us, the world?
Not even the birds know that. Not even the water lily.
And they know everything, they're connected. We need to know, perhaps it's sent to us by a god, and all we can do is beat our fists against it day after day with no answer. Is God real, massive weird stick insect?
I think we should eat it. If it's a leaf, you can put it in your mouth. Or read. Yum yum.
giant magic stick insect says, "Eat God."
Wait, so
So you look like a reed and you eat reeds.
Yes, they don't mind.
Have you accidentally eaten another reed, Phasmid?
Yes, I once cloned myself and ate the little ones. It was winter, and I woke up at the wrong time. It was an accident.
Yeah, this creature does not actually have a voice. I'm hallucinating that. All the things it's saying suggest a more primal, animalistic, level of brain function. This is all just in my head. I'm a detective.
So am I. I was born to detect sucrose rewards and semiochemicals. What were you born to detect?
Also that. I was born to detect you. The killer. Yeah, I'll have what you're having.
I can also detect pheromones. The ones on you tell me that you will not eat me, and that I will benefit from your closeness. In short, I love you.
You don't really even know me. I have to say goodbye now. I have no more thoughts. That was all.
No, there is one more.
Oh, I mean, there's 4 more, technically. No, there are no more thoughts. Of all the creatures I've met, you are the kindest. Of all the creatures I've met, you are the scariest. Of all the creatures I've met, you are the most beautiful. Of all the creatures I've met, you are the thinnest. Maybe the weirdest. Sure, we'll go with scariest.
Thank you. I also have one more thing to say to you. That woman. Turn from the ruin. Turn and go forward. Do it for the working class.
Okay. The fucking hallucinatory cryptozoological massive stick insect says, "For the fatherland." Fuck. I can't. I will try. I will. What woman?
You cannot lie to me. Behind you, he smells of fires. So awfully far you were prepared to go in her presence. And it.
Stick insect says, "Forgive yourself." I will try.
She was middle class. It doesn't take a 3-meter stick insect to tell you that.
What? We weren't even of the same social standing. Oh, it never would have worked then. What the fuck is going on? Raise your hand slowly as if to wave goodbye.
the insect stops its stridulation, seeming to observe you. Below its crown of reeds, little pinprick eyes detect motion, glittering. The world stands still around you. Suddenly, there is silence. No, stop. Be afraid.
Why? Why be afraid? Raise the other hand.
As you do, the invertebrate comes to life.
Oh shit.
Its limbs moving independent of each other, as if each has a mind of its own. They are white, like stalks of porcelain, knitting above you.
Kuno, shoot it.
Shifting around in the reeds around it, in the muddy water, you notice some of its hind legs apparently standing on the water from time to time. It's that light.
Disengage slowly.
As you're turning away, the phasmid mirrors your movements, stepping on the water, the long limbs carrying its feather weight without breaking its surface.
Bye.
And just like that, it's gone, skating away across the sea's calm mirror like a skipping stone, leaving nothing but circles on the water. And something under it, in the place it stood, bobbing there, among the reeds, a collection of items.
It's gone. Between those reeds there. Fucking Helican.
What's that in the water?
The fuck? Is that ceramic? And more stuff, like a nest in the reeds. We should peep it. Fucking hell.
What now?
The old man behind you says suddenly. He's put his hand into the ash. It's dirty and black. I did wonder what happened to you. You went quiet for a long while there, but then I'm not exactly sure where I was in my own mind.
Yeah, Grandpa's not looking so good. We need to check on him.
Sure, but first, the booty. Left behind us a loot box. Aha! The helmet. And a rifle scope.
Brother, you've managed to collect all the armor pieces. Too bad it's too late for the big showdown.
Yeah, it's impossible for me to have got this before the showdown. Huh. Don't think this helmet would have helped me anyway. Look down at your wound. At least my collector's impulse has been satisfied. I'm sure I'll have a use for this armor in the future.
Future use for a future armor. Agreed. Gear up, heavy porcelain man. It's a violent world.
Oh, well. At least we did that, at least. Yeah. So in all of this, the only quest that we won't complete is what is the race enigma. I'm okay with that. Some mysteries are best left unsolved. This monstrous looking bug-eyed ceramic helmet was in the phasmid's nest. It still has some reeds sticking out of it, and it smells of seawater, but it's otherwise wearable, if not exactly comfortable. Putting it on feels scary somehow. A common 30mm sniper scope attachable to almost any bolt-action 4.46 caliber. It uses an older style, non-dotted range-finding reticle. Seaweed is still stuck on the lens, and it's suffered water damage from its time in the phasmid's dowry. That's what you want to call it. More level up points. Well, fuck it, we could put them in anything now, couldn't we? Put them in composure. Are you still alive? Rocking back and forth is not a good sign.
What is it?
Yo.
What do you want from me? I can't go.
Something is very wrong with him now.
Ah, shit. Sir, how could you not see the phasmid?
See.
Mr. Joss?
The man does not respond. He keeps staring, black eyes glazed over and bulging from their sockets. His gap-toothed mouth shaking, like an addict of some terrible substance.
Snap your fingers under his nose.
A light shiver passes him, followed by nothing. His hands are trembling, and he breathes slowly. The boy waves his hand in front of the old man's face.
Nah, he's fucked.
The trembling mouth appears to sigh. There's no other response.
Well, shit.
Yeah, this fried him. We gotta bring him to a doctor. Good news, this solves our boat and Piggy's problem. He's not going anywhere. He's trapped here.
Yeah, but that sort of makes our confession only hearsay. We found some things in the phasmid's nest, Mr. Joss.
He stares into the reeds. Your words don't stir anything in him. Perhaps you should.
Is this your scope?
I lost.
You lost it, Mr. Joss? I mean, it's pretty clear he lost it.
He turns his eyes to the reeds again, as he's done so many times. Beige and white stripes.
Yeah, he's lost it.
Hey, hey! You took the shot, bang, and got rid of the evidence. Bug brought it back. Sound about right?
Silence. Not even a sigh.
Do you want a helmet?
Nothing. Just dull staring. Not even rage left, wherever he is. The last embers have gone out. The war is over.
I can't believe that helmet, man. I kicked it into the fucking ocean and it washed up here. Or do you think the phasmid brought it here?
Either, really. I guess maybe the phasmid got it somehow. You stay here, Mr. Joss.
The plastic cape flaps around his face in a gust of wind. His back is slouched and his mouth open. The strength has all gone out of him. Just frail old bones in a sack of tracksuit trousers and a windbreaker.
What happened to you?
He's old and fried. Kuno's seen this, like, after a massive bender. Kuno's dad.
I think it's the phasmid.
Yeah, and then there's that shit. Gramps couldn't take it. It was too much.
There's much more. Remember what it said when it spoke? Quite a few things about that health check you did on him make sense now.
He couldn't see it, Kuno. It's just the reads for him. Before, when I evaluated his state, he seemed strangely animated. I think he's addicted to that thing. Could it be there's something hormonal in his relationship to the phasmid? It's definitely toxic, the phasmid. It told me it is. I don't know how reliable that is.
Told you, when you were doing your long stern thing. You're one crazy cop, you know. Kuno digs it.
But he couldn't see it.
How? Like, it's pretty fucking huge. How?
No response.
Maybe this is how the phasmid has stayed hidden all these years.
Then how the fuck did we see it? Oh wait, the longer it's there, like it needs time to sink in, and if you spend time with it.
You forget it's there.
Yo, you ever seen a giant fucking insect?
He seems strangely animated.
Yeah, Kuno knows hobos, and Kuno has never seen a hobo sharp like this after so many years of hoboing.
Eloquently put. Perhaps this animation is induced by something in the phasmid.
Yeah, because look at him now. Not so sharp, is he? And it's gone. Left. Perhaps it's like, kept him going. Like the drink and the lightning keep my old man.
So he's addicted to it.
Like, hooked on the lightning.
He has displayed addict behaviour and not just to painkillers.
True. He's got those gurn eyes, doesn't he?
You're right, Kuno. He's got those gurn eyes. Whatever the fuck that means. Could it be there's something hormonal in his relationship? What? I don't know.
You mean like horny?
I really don't know, Kuno. I'm just filling out all the options now. He seemed a little off for a man his age.
I mean, he was pairing on that Clausier party lady weirdly hard. Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. No way of knowing. Don't really care to know either. Who knows how much of it is... He's been here for a long time. Who knows how much of it in its company?
Yeah. You see that too? Got a little jumpy there, didn't you? I know that vibe. I'm off me lightning too.
I'm not. Hang tight.
Yeah, old man. Hang tight. Let's slowly start shuffling off Death Island, okay? We're about done here.
He looks to the flag tower. Wow. Okay, that was that then. Fucking magic bugs and crazy old men. And that guy. Guess we go back now then. Just leave him there. Hope he doesn't freeze to death. I suppose if he's lasted this long. Might last a few minutes more. Maybe. Oh, what is this? Warm air from the inside of the building. It's warmer there than out here. I mean, it makes sense. What does the book say? The return. Use the boat to return to the mainland. Makes sense. We did it, Kuno. I'm sure the officials and authorities will definitely believe us about all this. These stairs feel ancient. Soldiers' feet ran up them long ago. I guess so. Right,
The skiff is swaying on the waves by the dock.
let's head back.
Oh yeah? We did good shit here, detective.
The skiff rocks gently under your weight as you get in. The ride back is uneventful and quiet.
What do you mean quiet? Why aren't we playing the boombox? It's still there, isn't it?
But for the sound of conversation on the water, there is someone inland waiting for you. You reach the jetty and climb out of the skiff.
Uh-oh. What's all this then? Lillian's gone.
Look what the tide brought in.
Says the man without sunglasses. Suddenly his expression changes and he tilts his head.
You look like a fucking clown, Harry. Not like a funny police officer, but like a real-life, full-time, pie-in-the-face, unicycle-riding circus employee.
Thanks.
Whatever this is, it is completely unimportant compared to what you've just seen.
No one else seems bothered by my style. It's true, actually. Kuno, you still have my back, right? Who are you people? Forget about all this as a giant thing. Yeah, no one else has commented on it. Only Kim once at the beginning.
Bothered by it? Harry, you're a goddamn cop. They're afraid of you.
Oh, that explains it.
Yes, that has always explained it.
Alright, fine.
This is not the first time he's seen you all decked out in wacko.
No, but that's a great turn of phrase. I'm gonna try and use that from now on. Decked out in wacko.
Vic, calm down.
There's giant stick bug, magic stick, dead man, brain, holes in brain, magic thing. Talk to me. Maybe not me, but maybe in my head. But still, massive stick insect.
We're not forgetting about anything. Look at you.
No, I'm not important. Stick insect. Kuno, back me up.
We're all pigs here.
Who are you people?
Hello, I'm Trent Heilerstein. I believe we've met on several occasions.
Oh, you're the Feld guy, or the guy in front of Feld.
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean-Vic Comar. And this is your special task force. Or what's left of it.
Oh,
Special Consultant Trond Heidelstam, Patrol Officer Judith Minot.
so this motherfucker was undercover or some shit.
Hi.
Hello.
We've come to scrape what's left of you off the pavement.
Well, there's plenty of me left. Should have brought a bigger shovel.
The kid's about to say he's Kuno.
Wait, elbow him in the ribs. Let him. What? Yeah, let him. Why the fuck not?
Task force. Cool. On the Kuno. We just came from the fucking island.
He points to the sea fort behind him.
Listen, Kuno.
The man assesses the kid like a strike team leader about to kick in a door.
Harry and I are old friends. From way back. Mind letting us have a moment? Won't be long. I just need to talk to Harry about some of the things I think he's done wrong lately.
Good luck with that. Sounds like you're in some shit.
Wait, no. Kuno, you gotta stay here.
Harry, we want to help you. Trent, I believe this is where you come in?
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate as an expert. I think I need to manage your expectations a little. I'm at best an enthusiast in cognitive science.
The fuck does that mean?
My background is in something else entirely. I engage in neurology on a merely theoretical level. In fact, I should probably get going.
What the fuck?
No, Trant. It's too late. You're part of this shit now. What have you got to say for yourself, shit kid?
Who are you referring to?
What does he have to say for himself? He left you to catch the bullets.
It's true. You aren't the man with sunglasses at all. You're not even blonde.
Guilty as charged. I heard you lost your mind and your memory. I wanted to see if it was true.
It kind of was.
And it was. Good work, Harry. You're insane now. There's one less person for me and everyone else to rely on.
He was too sarcastic for you to realize who he was.
No, I figured it out, kind of. Actually, I suspected something was off. Maybe if you hadn't been so sarcastic, I would have realised it was you. I don't like being lied to. Okay, I had that coming. No, I sussed it.
Did you? Or did you think I was a goddamn firefighter? We've been partners for how long, Harry? Don't answer that. You don't remember.
You never told me you're not the horse-faced woman. Yeah, that did come up as that for some reason.
Lieutenant, my name is not horse-faced woman. It's Judith Minot. I was assigned to your unit 2 months ago. I thought we were friends.
Well, I'm friends with horses.
You know what she means by friends. But ask, just to be sure.
Oh no, electrochemistry, don't. This is probably not the best time. Patrol Officer Minoir, glad to make your acquaintance. Let's put the past behind us. I'm truly officer, sorry, Minoir. Yep. We're still friends, I just have a stupid head. Friends with benefits?
No, without any benefits.
Oh, there must have been... No? Okay.
You fucking idiot. You stupid fucking idiot. You're even worse than before. How is that even possible?
I did... What? Come on.
It's true. You have a problem.
I put too many points into electrochemistry, alright? It happens. So who's Trant Heidel Hasselhoff? Turns out to be special consultant Trant thingy.
Yes, I'm Trant Heilestam. I never said I wasn't Trant Heilestam.
So who the fuck's the kid?
Mikhail? Mikhail's my son.
Oh, so you brought your son with you to spy on me?
No, I was just interested in the Feld building and the Martinez beachhead. And Mikhail wanted to see Martinez. It was a coincidence.
So what are you special consulting here?
What indeed? I was asked to share my take on some of the more obscure theories developed in Königstein in the 30s. Like partial psychotraumatic amnesia, group personality theory.
He's here to see if you're insane. He's smart. Let's move on.
Okay. Duped again. No one's who they say they are.
Duped? Hey, here's a brilliant idea. Don't be a morbid drunk, and you won't be duped so easily.
Nah, it's not that simple. Gardener, scab leader, this. Tell me at least you're who you are. Tell me at least you are who you said you were. Yeah, the Kuno's got to be true, right?
Fuck, pig. The name's Gorno, not Kuno. It's lamer. My name's lamer than I said it was.
Oh, everyone's lied to me.
Just try not to shit yourself, please.
I can't promise that. How did you know I was here?
The cafeteria manager you fucked over told us where you went.
Well, after all, I fucked him over. After all that Sylvie stuff, he betrays me. I saved his establishment and still he betrays me. I gave him a big stuffed bird. Turned to face the general direction of the whirling and yell, "Damn you, cafeteria manager, you've betrayed me for the last time." Understand. Okay, God told you. There we go with that one.
Speaking of which, the giant aerograffito in front of the building, the one that's burning, did you do that?
Yeah, I lit it on fire. It was a poetic gesture. No, it was this one junior delinquent. Nothing to do with me.
I don't know. It had shit kid written all over it.
It was a shit kid, but a different shit kid. Task force?
Yeah, Major Crimes Unit, under Lieutenant Dubois and Vicomar. Ring any bells?
Maybells? What? Refresh my memory. Who else is in this? Yeah, totally. I get it. Major Crimes Unit.
He doesn't remember.
No, I totally do.
See? He really doesn't remember. It wasn't a sick joke. At least that's good.
Yeah, that's very good.
Where have you been all this time? There was a mercenary tribunal. I got shot. Kim got shot. A bunch of other guys got shot. And I had a Molotov cocktail.
God damn it, Harry.
What?
You told us to fuck off. You said we are cramping your style. You're detective god. Fuck everything. All will burn. Detect or die.
That was before I knew that was going to happen, probably, I guess.
And you were probably right too. I would have never let you abduct a kid and take him on a creepy boat trip in the middle of fucking March.
He came of his own volition. I didn't kidnap him at all.
You talking about Kuno? Major Kuno wasn't abducted, you fucking fat dink. Fuck out of here.
Oh, who would have thought that Kuno would be, like, backing me up here? Wait, so you let me face a squad of trained killers alone just to teach me a lesson? All will burn, Satellite Officer Vicmare, make no mistake about it. Why didn't you detect or die then? Why would you leave a literal police god? I said all those things? I'm not like that anymore. Yeah, why would you do that?
You were crying hysterically. You were drunk, breaking things, being emotionally abusive. You said we were going into the abyss.
That could mean anything.
None of us wanted to see the abyss, so we fucked off. Like you told us to.
I don't remember any of this.
The bells aren't ringing because you have brain damage, Detective God. Trant, this is where you come in. How bad is it?
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors, he talks without slurring, he can drive a boat, he's standing, reasoning. All good signs, but complete retrograde amnesia, episodic and semantic.
Meaning, you forgot both who you are and the definitions of money, Isola, pal, and so on.
As displayed in a station call, our interactions with him, and I don't want to be a snitch, but also mine with him before when Harry did not seem to know who I was. It's all very interesting.
You snitch.
Interesting?
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you? Neurologically, psychologically, and why not socioeconomically?
Wait, socioeconomically? You think I'm so poor I lost my memory? I drank so much I lost my memory and now I'm slowly recovering it. I made it all up. It was a fantasy, a stupid joke. I know what I am. It might have something to do with an anomaly in the church, a 2mm hole in the world. I am a highly experimental detective. This was a method I used to solve the case. Something so sad happened to me that I couldn't be me anymore. It was a defense mechanism. Blame the church.
Corresponding to the 20-centimeter hole in your brain?
Maybe.
Sure. This theory has great symmetry. I see how it folds into itself neatly.
Yeah, like an origami theory.
Precisely, Satellite Officer Vicmere. It's Martinez.
I knew you would be too close-minded to understand the anomaly. I'll explain later, but there's another man who's lost his memory, a crab man. Take this seriously. I suspect there might be something wrong with Martinez. Yeah, crab man. Talk to him.
Crab man? Look, I get it. In your delirium, you came up with an anthroponetic explanation for why you're such an insane drunk.
No, the speed freaks. Talk to them. They'll know about the crab man as well.
I've been there. Perhaps it's not because he's a petulant teenager in a 40-year-old man's body. Perhaps it's pale-related? Perhaps it's extra-physical? Or perhaps it can be cured with mesmerism. But then I think, no, that's unlikely. He's probably just an asshole. A drunk asshole who pretends to have amnesia to get out of shit.
But Detective Vicmere, he has blanked out before.
I have?
Yes, a couple of times. After some of the more serious benders. One was after the two drunks case, the other when we looked into that mural.
The two cases in your ledger, the unsolvable case and the New World mural, those were recent.
Or next world mural, depending on what you want to say.
Those cases were hard on you.
Then were they?
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes into it, prepared. That's where he would have gotten the idea, yes. Practice. And then he used alcohol to get there, so to speak.
What do you mean?
Well, here's my theory. What if this is an absolutely normal reaction to the world we're living in? What if this is not a significant anomaly at all? Something to be explained, approached as a defect? Look at the sensory input here. Look at the ruins, the neon. Listen to the radio, the multitudes, the people. Live here for 40 years. As a police detective, he's like a magnetic reader on the world tape, to borrow a known metaphor. Harry's been pushed flat against it. Total input. Hardwired to the free market. He just needed for it to end.
Okay, Trant, thank you. That's absolutely meaningless. I'm glad we brought you. Will he or will he not be able to work in the major crimes unit? Is he a cretin now? I want to know that.
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work. If not in his previous leadership role, then as a line detective.
Fuck all of you, I don't want to be in your unit. He's wrong, I'm too far gone for work. Line detective is good for now. I'm ready to lead again. Just don't ask me to wear trousers.
No one even mentioned that. I misphrased my question. It should have been, is he able to put his clothes on and use the potty? Or do we need to get him on the disability pension?
They can keep that pension. You're rock solid. You can put your clothes on hard.
Yeah, damn right. I just choose not to.
Now, nothing. Now we're just going to stand here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Just stand there. It's cool.
Really?
No. Now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to our motor carriage? Why is it there, Harry?
Oh, I was hoping that might have sunk now and you wouldn't notice it. Okay. Hold on. In the ocean? Feign ignorance. It was stolen by Jacob. That wasn't me. It was stolen by traffic hooligans. I drove it into the ocean when I was drunk. I thought the killer would be underwater. He wasn't. The time had come. Tequila Sunset. I don't know. I don't know what it's doing there. I thought it was a sea killer.
Ha ha ha. Ho ho ho. Underwater killer. So funny, Harry. Thank you for fucking me.
That was a joke. It wasn't a chat line.
Thank you for destroying 45,000 real of police property that's coming out of my payslip. You know that, right? You're gonna get fired. And I'm gonna pay till I die. It doesn't matter. Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge.
Why?
The thing that tells people you're a police officer.
What I do have is this futuristic armor. Click the heels of your boots.
We're not armor cops. We're cop cops. People don't know us by our armor. They know us by our badges. Where the fuck is your badge?
I do have my badge.
In a rush to demonstrate your badge, your eager fingers can't sustain a grip on the smooth plastic, and the badge slips out of your hand.
Oh no! Oh, but I got a good chance of catching it, because I'm proficient in catching small objects. And I'm doing that with two loaded guns in each hand. The drama is unnecessary. I got the badge. All is well. Did I get the badge? Behold, my badge.
And your gun?
He asks, unimpressed by the piece of plastic in your hand. I'm holding my gun. Gun. As well as someone else's.
As if having your badge and gun are natural states, not achievements.
Gun? Gun. Just repeat gun. Wait, how did you know I lost my gun? My gun is right here. I have a new gun now. I upgraded my gun to a rifle. Gun? Behold all my guns. If anything, I need more hands. Show him your 2 pistols and 2 rifles. Yeah, I'm fucking loaded, mate.
I don't care about your collection, you hoarding freak. Is one of them your service weapon? I only want to know about that one gun.
What? These are great guns. Superior to my sidearm any day.
Shut up. Show me your sidearm, or fuck off.
I'd rather fuck off then. You're being really... meh. But yeah, sure, I got the boring one.
Phew, he has it. And he didn't drop it. You're drunk like a bum, Harry. Put that thing away before you kill someone.
Why didn't you put your face away before you upset someone? Oh, too late. You've upset me. Meaning. I'm not drunk. I haven't started drinking again. Lie. So it doesn't even matter that I found my gun. So what? I've had a little drink. I tried not to, but I can't work as well without it. Yeah, I'm drunk. I'm also on drugs. So it doesn't matter that I found my gun.
You were never supposed to lose it in the first place. Not lost is your gun's natural state, you drunk bum.
I'm not drunk. I haven't started drinking it.
So you forgot to drink? I don't buy it. Why do you smell like a corpse then?
Oh, come on. You're gonna cut him some slack. Pig's been working hard, digging through the guts of corpses and shit. Getting shot and shit.
Yeah. No idea what you're smelling. I washed death off of me. I did, actually. Yeah, I've handled an actual corpse. Yeah, it's been a bit of a week. I'm sorry I smell bad. None of this matters. My odor situation is meaningless compared to what I've discovered. Oh, yeah, that. Yeah, I had a wash.
The man doesn't reply, but his expression speaks for him. You should have done a better job, is what it's saying.
Well, I have handled an actual corpse.
I don't believe you. You're drunk. You let a suspect escape, a certain glacier, because you were too drunk to assess a flight risk.
No, I was... just stupid in that respect.
We've read the reports, Harry. Lieutenant Kitsuragis. We know.
He didn't say I was drunk, did he? Fucking snitch. Class says she was some kind of spy from the Occident, specially trained. Not taking her in was the right thing to do. She gave a vital clue that led us to the island. True. Okay, I got duped there. She pulled one on me. Yes, I let her go as an act of mercy. That's just a small detail in a huge case you know nothing about. That doesn't matter. None of it does. We are looking at the oxygen holocaust times a quadrillion. I've come to know the final fate of man in the universe.
Oh well, if you got really high, then I guess it's okay.
No.
Then it's all been worth it.
I got really
Let's
low.
not even get into the other suspect, who shot herself in the head.
Oh, you found her.
Or the fact that you're Everard Claire's little peony now.
No.
Doing I don't know what for him. That's small-time stuff. That's nothing. That's a humorous anecdote.
I don't do just anything for him.
Compared to the 7 people who were gunned down,
What?
the streets are literally red with blood. Lieutenant Kitsuragi is barely clinging to life in the hospital. Harry, it was fucking mass murder.
I thought Kim was okay. I didn't know he was barely clinging to life.
Yo, I'm gonna stop you right there, fuckface. It's Kuno time.
Please make it Kuno time. I did everything I could. The company had hired unvetted.
No, you've explained enough, pig. Kuno takes care of this shit now.
Oh. This is going to be good.
There is no challenging the fury the kid is about to unleash.
First of all, yo, those guys were all the guys in the armor. The Union guys.
No.
So yeah,
This is...
suck Kuno's dick. You don't know me.
That... that didn't quite...
You don't know what happened here. You don't know this shit. Automatic fucking weapons. Urban battleground shit. Battle lines drawn in blood. Blood meridian. You don't know this shit. Now, Kuno wasn't there. Right, you getting this? Kuno was breaking it up with Kuno's main bitch, see? Parting of the ways shit. But when Kuno got there, he got fucking cleaned up. Blood and ruin. Smoked all those dinky fuckers. Saved this shit. Martinet shit. I see he's mourning and shit. His main pig got semi-wasted. Sent to the boo-boo mobile. Kuno steps up. Kuno fucking fills those shoes. Big boy shoes. Detective Kuno.
He comes to a sudden, abrupt stop.
Are you done?
Are you done?
Yo, Kuno feels like you weren't really listening to Kuno. You were hearing, but you weren't listening. Fucking the armor boys came to Martinez to fuck shit up. Hardy boys or whatever the fuck they are. They were telling everyone and their mum how they wasted one of those armor fucks. It was always gonna go down like that. My pig stepped up, got fucked in the leg for it. Sacrifice style.
Not bad, Kuno. Could be a little shorter, though.
I mean, yeah. When it first started, I was afraid it was just going to be just the homophobic slurs just over and over and over again for like 6 paragraphs. But there was some points made in there.
Yes, I understand. He was in the fight.
J Tuck's adding in, love this kid. Yeah. Heart of gold. Yeah, his heart's near the right place. His brain is somewhere else.
Second, you dinky fucking asshole. This pig right here. This oink oink motherfucker solved that shit. On Death Island. Case solved. Go home or fuck off.
Sure. Yeah, that's the main thing. We solved it. Look, point is we saved as many people as we could. Look, point is we saved the case. Yeah, go home or fuck off. Kuno, if you're going to interrupt, make it snappier. Yeah, and he's not 10, he's fucking 12.
Yeah, Kuno's been around, seen shit, real shit. He's not a fucking toddler.
So, go home or fuck off. Wait, that's not right, is it? No, that is right.
No, really,
You may want to rethink your strategy of letting a 12-year-old present your case.
A 12-year-old's all I've got. You know, you work with what you got. I'd rather Kim was here, but this is, you know, we solved the case.
Yeah, some fucked up grandpa did it. fucking grandpa in the woods or some shit. Old shit. Kuno doesn't know about that. Look, the real shit here is...
It was a straggler from the revolution who stayed in hiding for 50 years. I found him.
Yeah, straggler, sure. Are you getting this smart shit? The old fuck killed him. Confessed to it too. We got him snitching on himself. Popo style.
A straggler. From the revolution.
He sounds incredulous.
Yeah, fucko. He's on the island right now. In a coma or some shit. Oh, and we also got the gun. Gun of the killer shit. You know what I mean? Now, let's get our big boy shit on.
He means murder weapon.
Yeah. Wait, by gun of the killer, Kuno means the murder weapon. We have it. He may have committed other murders over the years. Big boy shit? No, we got the murder weapon.
Murder weapon. Big boy shit. My pigo tried to show ya, but you shit the bed.
And he may have done other things.
Yeah, smoked a ton of people. Unsolved shit. Now, listen up, soup fuck. You're gonna shit yourself, because it's gonna get wacko natural.
Wacko natural.
Wacko natural. I think I know what it's going to be.
Do you? Because I have no idea. Wait, it's not going to get that. Let me... Oh yeah, it's going to get wacko natural. Tell him.
There's a fucking 4-ton mantis on the island.
We don't know how much it weighed.
What? Sorry, kid. Me and Harry need to...
Yo, this is like the biggest moment in history right now. You want to fucking listen to what's coming out of Kuno's mouth.
He points to his crooked scowl.
We saw a giant insect, white as fuck. Literally the Insulindian phasmid or some shit. Praying mantis style. It was 3 meters tall, and this pig right here.
His hand is shaking with rage and excitement.
This fucking old popo discovered it. Me and the pig bacon discovered a new species. It was beautiful. It was... You ain't seen this kind of animal before? Fucking miracle shit. This case, this fucking grandpa shit, this ugly shit, it's nothing. We saw a ghost. A real life ghost. Like he fucking proved ghosts are real. It's that big, Popo. It's fucking...
His eyes are welling up now.
Why are you not fucking shitting yourselves? What's wrong?
He glares at the officers who stand silently in the cold wind. In the distance, a wave breaks.
Did he just say Insulindian phasmid?
Damn right.
I don't know. I zoned out. Harry, did you just pick up some island bum and pin it on him?
No!
You aren't fucking listening. The bum is nothing. This is science history here. It was the Insulindian phasmid. It's connected to the shit. Tell him.
There was an Insulindian phasmid and it may be connected to the case. There was an Insulindian phasmid, but it's not connected to the case. There was no Insulindian phasmid. Fuck it. Kuno backed me up. I gotta back him up. Yeah, that's about what I expected.
Lieutenant, please. You have to have more than just some mantis. The straggler, stick to that. You said you solved the murder.
It's not going well. Present something now. Something sane and clear. Make your case. Something that proves you haven't lost your mind.
Oh, I'm running low on those.
No, there was a giant insect, and they have to understand that. You will find proof. Don't give up.
Well, maybe we can sort that out later. I also started a nightclub in the church. No, we've got a motive for him. We did figure that out.
Lilianovich. A revolutionary matronym.
Yeah.
The custom started in Grad, where they have patronyms. Krasovich, Lasovich, etc. The revolutionaries saw this as a chauvinist atavism, so they used matronyms, derived from the mother's name instead. This man would be Lillian's son, Lilianovich. The custom was overturned after the revolutions failed, but not before making it to Revachol.
He thinks this detail bolsters your straggler theory.
Great.
It is what a soldier of the ICM would be called.
Oh, wicked. That was lucky.
Okay, Trant, thank you. I get it. Harry, no more giant insects. You said you have a motive.
Well, we've come back to the giant insect, but sure, if you want...
This narrow-minded pig. I can't fucking...
Bring him to heel. Get the kid in line. You could use his help here.
Sure. Kuno, keep your head in the game.
Alright, yeah. Kuno's in it.
Cheers. Don't worry, we just need to talk to the right people about the Phasmid thing. He killed the mercenary in an act of jealousy. He killed the mercenary hoping to start a war between the company and the Union. He killed him in an act of rage induced by the Phasmid's semiochemicals. Can't be that then. Actually, I'm not sure if I have a motive. I had another thing. It was jealousy.
Jealousy? He's what, 80, 90? Didn't you say he's been hiding since the revolution?
Yeah, Suit. Check this shit out. The Merc was banging some chick he wanted to bang, so we shot him. Chick's called Clasia.
Clasia, as in the suspect he let escape? From Kitsuragi's report?
Fucking snitch, Beano Clad. Yeah, that chick. Get over it, pig. She didn't do it. It was Grandpa on the island. Merc was fucking her, and he couldn't hack it. Kuno can hack it.
Yes, sure you can. He also had political reasons.
Yeah, politics shit. My pig also connected, like, the weapon to him.
Slam the weapon, man. The murder weapon.
He's a trained sniper. The weapon he used, the ballistics match.
Okay. And he'll confess. To the prosecution too?
Yeah, that's the problem. I think once he's resuscitated, yes, we got him talking once, he'll talk again. The state he's in now, I don't know, but we got a confession. He confessed to us.
A detective and a civilian. Jean, and the gun. He has it.
Okay. We'll see about it when we get Coast Guard on the island.
This left a mark. They can't deny it, son. You got the bastard.
Finally.
There. No one is saying anything. The silence agrees. This is good. They can't deny it.
I also started a nightclub.
What was that? It sounded like you set up a nightclub in the church.
Yeah, and I discovered a hitherto unexplored entreprenetical phenomenon in there too. A 2mm hole in the world.
That's great. Anthroponaut is a great new career for you. After police officer. I don't care. Go live in the fucking pale.
Get off the chair, shit. It's making you sound crazy.
Oh, maybe, yeah, maybe. I thought, because I did the first one, the motive, I thought maybe they'd want to hear about the church. Okay, maybe not. I found a man's jacket.
You're right. It is a small thing. Does anyone care about a jacket? No one?
What, he did?
See? No one cares.
The guy whose jacket it was cared. Don't be so selfish. Well, I found another body. I found a dead man on the boardwalk. That's more important, right?
Yes. Fallen through a gap in the boardwalk. Drunk.
Yeah. How did you know I found him?
The body was transported to Precinct 41, our morgue. I had Tilbrook and Mullins take care of funeral arrangements and family stuff.
Oh, so yeah, well...
You're not the only cop in the world, Harry. This all comes back to us.
Yeah, but it wouldn't come back to you at all if I hadn't done anything.
Still, good work with the missing person, detective.
Thank you, Judith. Fucking someone giving me some credit round here.
It's still a point for you. No denying it.
Yeah, point's a point. So no. No to both of those. Shit, well that's everything. That's all I've got then. So what do you say? Want to take this hot shit back?
No. Sure, you got the case together. You can do police work. In bouts. That's not a surprise to me. Even the insect? I don't care. But you're an alcoholic, and you've been drinking again. I won't let my life unravel because of this.
He has. That's true.
I said I hadn't, though.
It's tough. One of the toughest addictions to overcome. Comparable only to heavy synthetic opiates. Even morphine is easier to kick than alcohol, statistically. The odds are against him, especially at his age.
He's too old. He's been like this for too long. I've seen him try many times. It's a farce by now.
They're leaving. They're all turning away from you. No, you can figure it out. Replace it. Replace the alcohol with amphetamine. Or GBL. Fuck it. Morphine. Graffito removal agent. Anything. It'll buy you time. All you need is time. For the planetary proletariat. Compared to the intersection in front of Video Revachol 24, it's nothing. Compared to that, everything is possible.
I'm not that person anymore. I became something else, and that something else will quit. I know it's difficult to believe, but I will do it for the white banner of the commune. I cannot live without this job. Fuck you then, and fuck me, I'll go. In my darkest moment, with nothing else, I will turn to communism.
Listen to this shit, man!
Detective, I just don't want this trial to go on any longer. It's cold outside and let's just go.
Fucking Harry. Fuck you for bringing this kid with you. It's only because he's defending you. It's the only reason you're not staying here to die.
Shut up, you don't know nothing.
You manipulative son of a bitch. It is cold, and we have vehicles in the square. The perp needs to be taken into custody. Let's get a move on.
Now you will finally get to know who you are.
Wait, I have a few questions before we go about who I am.
The man looks westward, impatiently.
Quick, level up something. Maybe it'll help. Cop stuff. Look, make me more cop. I'm cop. Take me back.
Jingling his car keys in his pocket.
Who am I? Why am I like this? Okay, am I a dirty cop working for La Puta Madre? That I do want to know.
No.
No? Because the suspects seem to think...
You're too unstable to work for a mob boss. You're suicidal, Harry. No mob boss would take you.
But then why did she think...
I assure you, I wouldn't consult for a corrupt unit.
Well, that's exactly what a corrupt consultant would say.
He would immediately backpedal out of it.
Okay. Who am I exactly?
Who are you? You're a gym teacher, Harry.
What?
Well, obviously you're not a gym teacher anymore, but...
But before?
Before you were a cop, you were a gym teacher in Coron. It's getting really cold outside. Should we maybe...
No way, I was revelator learned in the ancient art. A guerrilla soldier / gym teacher? That does explain a lot.
You haven't told us about that. You just told us about being a gym teacher.
I guess that explains a lot.
No, pig, that explains everything. The running, the jumping, the guns on your arms, your whack mustache.
How I can run for 6 hours a day.
How you spin kicked the kipped out, gymnast style. Kuno seen this shit before? In gym class.
The raw, robust stamina output. Also, this guy. Just everything about this guy. And this guy, too.
Right, yeah.
God, even this javelin throwing freak here.
Oh God, Contact Mike.
You've been on about Mike again? I hate that guy.
Contact Mike is a reprise of the most inspiring basic sporting principle of open competition. A 5,000 to 1 rank outsider.
Oh, you don't say. Does he also vault an impassable gulf of finance and privilege?
He does.
It is getting cold out.
When was this? When was I a gym teacher?
In your 20s or late 20s. You've really let yourself go since then.
Oh, well, you're no spring chicken yourself, fucking dusty painting man. You said in Coron I was a gym teacher there?
Yes, you taught gym in Coron. I believe that's the term. Taught gym at a high school. You were a high school gym teacher.
Any other order you can put those words in?
The smell of sweat and glue. The worn floorboards.
Why did I join the ICM then?
The regular. You found some chick. She inspired you to fight the big fight. Be more than you are. All that.
Fucking hell, do you have any nice things to say to anyone?
You, every morning, walking from Voyager Road to teach gym. She, leaving for the academy with her spring coat on. The air filled with the smell of smoke and raspberries and incredible hope. An ocean full of hope.
Oh, okay, I see.
Kuno fucking knew there had to be something wrong if you can run like that.
Why am I like this?
It's not a mystery. Some chick fucked you over. Also, you were drunk.
You really went with it too. Really maximized the damage.
Some chick? Who?
Dora something. Dora Ingelund? Yeah, you mentioned her name.
Oh, so not Dolores, but
Not Dora Dubois.
Dolores Day? No? So that wasn't that thing. So we weren't even married.
No one is married anymore. This is Revachol.
Oh. When was this?
God, I don't know. 6 years ago? She was way before my time.
6 years? Okay, 6 years is not that much. It couldn't have been 6. 3, let's go with 3.
No, it was 6. Like ancient. It's an old man thing. 2 old years equals 1 normal year. That and Dora Ingelund really tore you a new one. A big one.
Who was she?
Incredibly bangable.
No, I mean, what did she do?
She was incredibly fuckable. A beautiful bourgeois woman. Wayfish. Like a Welkin, basically.
What the fuck you...
Heartbreak Welkin.
What?
Pain Welkin.
No.
I've only seen a picture. But it's obvious you formed a real spiritual connection with how pretty she was. One you never recuperated from.
Can you stop being a dick for like 5 seconds? I liked her for her personality. Both of them.
Look, the sun is about to go down. It's time to go.
I think she taught in the Académie des Arts, east of the river. Way east. Hard to say which came first. The middle-class chick or the drink. Egg and the chicken kind of thing.
It's chicken and egg, actually, is how most people say it, so...
My point is, you need to see a psychiatrist about this shit. Not a psychologist. Several degrees harder. Is there something harder than a psychiatrist? A forensic psychiatrist? Go talk to that.
What kind of station is Precinct 41?
Us? We're the bloody murder station. Haven't you heard? We're the bad guys. No one likes us.
I could believe that no one likes you.
What? Bitches dream of the 41st? Why do you think Kuno's in this shit? Weird is, it's fucking violent. Your Captain Price just did like 1,000 people.
Thank you, Kuno. You're being kind. It's an understaffed station and the district is too big, which is why we need to...
He tilts his head northward and clicks his tongue.
Get back to it. We left Torson and McLean to run the sea wing. It's not good.
Torson and McLean?
Mac the Torso Torson and Chester McLean. They're not fit to run a wing. Believe me. Things are shaky as it is.
And the sea wing is...
God. There are 4 wings, Harry. A, B, C, and D. We're in C. It's made of losers and clock punchers. You and I reconceptualized it as a task force. It was a mistake.
There's also a lot of outside help involved, not only me. Other losers too.
He's anything but a loser. Although he would like to be seen as one. It's cooler that way.
Yeah, don't try and join in the group. This is our thing. And Price is...
Ptolemy Price? He's the son of the old Price, one of the founders of the RCM.
Yeah, that shit's fucking famous on Channel 8. Kuno hears this shit.
Oh, not Channel 8 again.
Somewhere under the curved roof of a former silk factory, shaped like a ladybird with 2 chimneys, Police Captain Ptolemy Price sits behind a heavy wooden desk. Resident medic Nix Gottlieb pours him coffee. It's silent in the captain's office. They speak of change, the city, the tension on the streets. They speak of the events of April and the blood on the streets in May.
Did we recently shoot up a church by any chance?
So he remembers that. Yes, there may have been a raid on some churches. It wasn't good press.
Shooting up churches never is. I was out of town, to be clear.
I don't care. What happened? Why did we need to go there?
Our enemies were hiding in a church, to the best of our information. That's it. I'm not talking about this anymore. Your security clearance is shit tier right now. You have to wait for it to go up.
Oh.
He means it. The RCM and its enemies will not be discussed on this coast.
I guess that makes sense. So I work in the bloody murder station.
Okay, it's not the bloody murder station. It's an old converted silk mill with green desk lamps and coffee corner. A lot of good people work there, hard, every day.
Jamrock is the largest ghetto in Rivershoal. Faubourg, technically, but it's divided into 11 districts. Jamrock only is us.
Kuno's liking this shit. Jamrock is the real shit. Mayonnaise is fucking white as balls. See shit. This ain't a real ghetto.
Okay.
Thank you, Kuno. You bring light to my day.
Yeah, see? If you won't take me back, at least recruit Kuno.
Fuck do you think? Gonna rock that law enforcement shit with you guys? Detective Kuno? Like you promised?
Like you promised?
I didn't promise anything. Yeah, no, you're staying here, Kuno. You're too young. Guys, Kuno's enrolling in a junior officer program.
No, he's not. He's 12.
Kuno's fucking 19?
You have to be 15 for the junior officer program. You're not even that.
Well, he can hang around there for 3 years.
Hey, you don't get it? Kuno's got pig all over him. Kuno smells of bacon grease. Being seen with you, fucking informant shit. You think no one sees this?
He spreads his arms.
They're gonna hang me by the nuts if you leave me here. You want that on you? A dead kid? Or you want Kuno at your station solving shit? Like we just did?
His hands are shaking and his face is white.
I'm sorry, we just can't. It's not possible. He was good on the island. He can do this. Jean, I want Kuno at our station solving this shit. Jean, he has nothing. It's true. He's got fuck all else.
I know 100 kids with nothing, Harry. We can't make them all cops.
But we can make one of them.
You don't have to make them cops. Only Kuno. Kuno's an asset.
He can do, yeah, he helped in his way.
I don't care. He can't be a cop. He's 12 and says every 4 seconds.
Well, we can work on that.
I won't say it. I won't say it anymore.
See? He's willing to change.
His teeth are clenched and his throat moves in a gulping motion.
Maybe you can take the kid with you. Enroll him a year earlier and say he's 14. If he...
I promise I won't say it. I won't say any of it anymore.
He shakes his head so hard his face turns red.
For God's sake. Yes, we'll do it.
Another sigh of surrender.
Hey, Kuno's life might be saved if nothing else. Could I call someone about this insect?
Who is Lena?
A cryptozoologist. She lives in Jamrock on Tabernacle Road. She told me about this phasmid.
Tabernacle? It's on the way over. Near where you live on Perdition.
Fine, if we're gonna drop you off anyway.
She's going to be over the moon. It will do you good to deliver some good news to someone for a change.
Yay! And there we are. All quests, all tasks completed, except for the race enigma.
Good.
Fuck it, let's go. Tron brought his motor carriage. It's a 20-minute drive to Jamrock.
Oh.
Under the noonday sky, the great district hums. A chessboard of wooden houses, 80,000 living souls, and chimney stacks. Fire traps as far as the eye can see. From Main Street to Precinct 41, to Boogie Street, forking into the snow-swept horizon. You close your eyes and hear the dogs bark. A lone woman sits by a factory window, dreaming of meteorite strikes. On Rue de Saint-Jérôme, a square bullet slides into a square-shaped chamber. In Old South, a man without eyelids smiles. Spring has come. It's time. Dawson? Yes. McLean? Yes. Heidelstein? No. Vicmere? Yes. Dubois? Of course. Really? Nick Gottlieb looks up from the list. I hear he's unstable. You say that like it's a bad thing. Captain Ptolemy Price gestures with a ballpoint pen. It's dim in his office, and the curtains are drawn. Harry's our man. He'll pull through. When he does, he'll side with the people. Understood. Gottlieb returns to the list. Minnow? Of course.
Wonderful. Then can we please just go back to Jamrock now?
They're assembling a team. It's the Avengers but drunk. Oh no, Kuno, don't you drive. This will all go wrong. Wow, that door just clipped right through his fucking head. Well, well, well. There we go then. Oh, way longer stream than I've done in a long while, but I figured we were on a roll, so better to just go with it. That is... Well, firstly, that last little bit, I'm pretty sure, is a new addition to the final cut. I don't remember that little animation of them getting in the car. So that's nice. I imagine it plays different if you've got Kim with you rather than Kuno. So yeah, that was our run of it with our, you know, thicko, junkie, doomer, fascist, commie, hustler, whatever cop. It was in the end a whole bunch of things. But yeah, hope you enjoyed watching that. Hope it did service to the game, which, as I say, I think is pretty excellent. I think it's pretty well written. This final cut has a few rough edges. There's a lot of lines that they slightly mispronounce. There's a few bugs there in terms of which dialogue triggers, and I want to say in a minority of cases some of the voice work could have been picked better, but that might just be personal preference. For the most part, it's really good, and I wish my voice would stop breaking. It is very good, and they've done adding the voice adds a lot to the game, makes it way more accessible to most people, because otherwise it's a fuck ton of reading, and I certainly couldn't have done it on stream, especially with, you know, evidently how often my voice breaks. That would not have been enjoyable for anyone. But yeah, and the thing is, so much replayability. Like, you can spec that character out in a completely different way, and oh, I was right, Reptilian Brain and Bird's Nest Roy do have the same voice. Oh, and he also did the voice of the deserter in the end there. Interesting. But imagine that being your credit. Oh, that's not much better, but someone had to be him. Dizzy Dross? Wow, that's almost as good a name as Measurehead. But yeah, so I think that's much of it. Oh, you're welcome, J-Tux. I wish I found your streams earlier. Well, no, I appreciate you coming in when you did. If you are at all interested, all of these are recorded and end up on my YouTube channel. So this is now a 38-part LP. So if you're ever incredibly bored with a huge amount of time to kill, then there's that. But yeah, so I won't make this recording any longer. I think that's pretty much all of it. Oh yes, so what would be the final moral message of all this? Well, there's a lot we could go with, but I don't know, something like, you know, don't underestimate someone with holes in their brain. You know, something like that. Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah, and then next time, I don't know what I'll do. I'll might be some one-offs, I think, for a while. But yeah, thanks very much to JTux270 in the chat. Thanks to everyone who has watched any of this at any point. And yeah, see you about.